Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Otaku Spirit Anime Cast. My name is Andrew, and I'm joined here with Chris.
Yo.
And today's episode is our Winter 2026 anime season preview. I've already done a top 10 most anticipated new shows and returning shows video, but this is where you get the lowdown on everything. Because as I mentioned in that video, 66 so far, 66 anime titles will be hitting the winter season. And why that's scary and potentially career ending for Chris is that a lot of them are returning in fantastic series like Frieren and stuff like that. So good luck, Chris. I don't know what you're going to do. I'm going to be sweating it out. I'm going to be pushing through it, but I don't know what Chris is going to do at this point. I will say it's going to be interesting getting into the new series because there's quite a few kind of intriguing titles in there, but I think it's going to be probably more problematic for you. Very much so like rom-com and cutesy types of show that's going to be probably catching your interest, but we'll see. I sometimes we go through the season and Chris is like this one. I don't really have anything to say about the other ones. So we'll have to wait and see. But yes, as per usual, that otakuspirit.com, that's where all of our links are, social media links, ways to get a hold of us, ways to support us, all that stuff. I want to get through this intro quickly because there's a lot to go through. But yes, we greatly appreciate the sports channel, but let's just dive into it. Winter season. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's get into it. We're going to start things off with the new series, and then we'll go into the returning series, and there's a few shorts that we'll go through, and we'll talk a little bit about, continuing series and movies. But yes, everything is subject to change. I can give you an English title, and then when the series comes around, when they license it, they'll change the name to something else. Some things can get delayed. We've had that before where we do a preview, and then suddenly, literally the next day, they delay it for another season. Sometimes stuff get pulled forward. We'll see. But until then, first things first. Sentenced to be a hero. Yusha ke ni shosu chobatsu yusha 9004 tai, or 9004 tai, kimu kiroku. This one is hero is the worst punishment in the world. For those convicted of heinous crimes, they are sentenced to become a hero and forced to enter the mandatory military service in the war against the demon lords. These convicts are not even allowed to die. If killed, they will be resurrected to fight another day. Hero Xylo Forbarts, a former head of the Order of the Holy Knights, leads a penal unit of deplorables fighting on the front lines. It's in this direst of circumstances that he meets Teorita. So these names, dude. One of the world's strongest weapons. When every last enemy has been defeated, you are to shower me with praise and pat my head. In order to survive and take revenge on those who wronged him, he makes a pact with the goddess and launches headfirst in a maelstrom of war and intrigue. It's a long synopsis. There she is right there. She wants head pats, Chris. Mm-hmm. You better give her head pats afterwards. Studio is Kai. Source is a light novel, and genres are action, comedy, drama, fantasy. I didn't see any drama in there. I mean, the whole head pats thing's kind of funny, but it's not looking too funny. Anyways, it's got comedy in there, apparently. Series composition done by the person that worked on Ishida, Handyman Saito, and Tanya the Evil. And the original creator worked on Scum's a Brave, which is also in this season too. So that doesn't tell us much.
I hope they have her voice as the weapon.
The weapon? Yes, the weapon, Chris. You are correct. No, it's not going to be Tama, if that's what you mean. There is Tama in the season, though.
I was talking about Tanya the Evil. I can't think of her name.
Oh, Aoyuki?
Aoyuki.
No, it's Mayo Isuka. Who Mayo Isuka is, if this loads, it's barely done anything, so really done nothing. They were in Q, which, if you remember that show a long time ago, yeah, that's nothing. I got nothing, Chris, to give you reference to, just besides, again, Q, which doesn't tell you much, because I don't even think he watched that. She was in Million Doll, which I don't think tells you much. Anyways, she's newcomer. But no, this was interesting because, one, I'm guessing you can agree with me, this looks gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with a lot of people that, and this is obviously predicated on something that's come to light for a lot of people and they've noticed, gives a lot of feeling of like season 1 of Mushoku Tensei. Oh my gosh, this thing looks incredible, looks really gorgeous, and has a really interesting style to it and everything. Good stylization, a little bit of a filtering on it. Some people are pointing out that the director has worked on. I only really found that he worked on like one other project. He was episode directorial work for a few episodes of Mushoku Tensei, which I don't necessarily think that means that this is suddenly going to be Mushoku Tensei. Doing like episode directorial work for a few episodes doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, they're the one that made Mushoku Tensei look great like it is. Typically with episode directorial work, they work under the absolute, the director themselves, which of course we all know season 1 of Mushoku Tensei had an incredible director that was working on like everything, like the storyboards and stuff as well. The episode director will essentially work on their vision, and they will then, go and distribute the work to everybody and oversee everything. But all the decision making still goes to the main director. So I don't necessarily think, okay, wow, those are really good episodes. Sometimes I attribute that to the work of the person because sometimes we don't have anything to really work on. Either way, he looks like he has done some pretty good stuff. So he has some experience. So we'll see how that kind of translates to his, I'm guessing, debut. Because I don't know what else did he actually do. Anything come to mind, though? I think the story premise is pretty stall as well. The misfits, discard of society.
Well, there the 86-ish thing. It's the concept of the convict to war. That's actually a thing, and I actually kind of love that premise because that gives them a kind of reluctant fighter type aspect to it. So yeah, it could be a very interesting story. I mean, I absolutely highly interested in this one, actually.
Yeah, and I always like the idea of being like saved by some, crazy OP lolly, and then suddenly she's like, "You'll do this for me." It seems like it's dredging up memories. I'm guessing he lost a daughter or something, so maybe that being with her is going to be a little bit of a sore spot for him, reminding him of somebody. Again, which I'm assuming is his daughter. Yeah, I confirmed it. Just Shinkaro, which was a little short with Gargura and Marin, the two VTubers. Little music video for them. Outside of that, no, it's just mostly like a lot of key artwork, key animation, stuff like that, which we'll see. Either way, I think my biggest pause in excitement is just Studio Kai, which is not really a really big, well-known studio. So let's move on to our next one. Let's get into some rom-com, Chris. Let's get into a fail girl, as I call her. We got a little fail girl show. Or at least a flustered dork of a girl. This one is You and I Are Polar Opposites, or Sei Hantai na Kimi to Boku. This one is Suzuki's a high school girl in love, but the guy that she's fallen for is nothing like her. Wow, she's cheerful, outgoing, and always trying to fit in. Her classmate Yuzuki Tani is a stoic, quiet, and doesn't seem to care much what people think about him. Will Suzuki be able to overcome her anxieties and ask him out, or will she discover that polar opposites really don't attract? Yeah, she's a dork. Lapin Track is the studio working on it. Manga is a source. Comedy, drama, romance, slice of life is the genres. And apparently it'll be on Crunchyroll. The last show is going to be on Crunchyroll too. What are you thinking of our fail girl here, Chris? It's like one of those ones where when I watched it, I'm like, it's going to be another one of those ones where like the girl is going to be a lot of fun, but the guy's going to be super boring, and you'll kind of wonder why they're even interested in this dude. Like they have no value to them in the screen because they're just always... His joke is that he's stoic. Let's be honest. But it's like, is this going to be completely carried by her? Good example. The Queen Bee one. What was the name of that one? It was the hot Gyaru girl that was the Queen Bee in her entire life. Everybody loves her. And there was that one guy that was like, he's going to be a monk. Like he's trained to like take over his father's shrine. He's not allowed to have any love introduction. It reminds me of that, where the guy in that show he's boring. Like he has no value to him in the show. And the girl was the fun part. And I feel like this might end up being that. So that's my only concern. It might be held by a lot of the side characters, hopefully.
It looks like it.
But yeah, he just seems... he's just there. There's none of these shots tell me, oh, this guy's going to be interesting. It's just her being a fell girl, like constantly flustered and stuff. She looks like a dork, though.
She absolutely looks like a goofball.
She's going to carry. She's going to hard carry that show. Interested in it all, though?
Maybe I'll watch an episode. I don't know. If it's as stacked as you're saying, I don't know.
we're not gonna get to the returner stuff until later, Chris. But I'm gonna that's the other positive thing about us doing the returning later is that I could show Chris all this other stuff and go, "Are you gonna wish this one?" I think so, but you keep telling me the return is gonna be crazy, so we'll see. Let's move on from you and I are polar opposites to the next one in the clear moonlit dusk. It's our next one. A girl finding pretty boy show. Uruwashi no Yoi no Tsuki. Yoi Takiguchi has long legs, a deep voice, and a handsome face. She's a lady slayer, apparently. In other words, Yoi is such a good-looking guy that... Yoi is a good-looking guy that most people don't notice or care that she is, in fact, a girl. Okay. He's just a good-looking guy. I thought it was going to be a woman slayer, like the... Oh, so handsome-looking woman. Anyways, that is until she meets Ichimura Senpai, the only person who really seemed to see her for herself. She's not sure how to handle this new relationship, especially when her newfound friend is a prince himself, and a guy prince at that. Oh, so they're both, super pretty. Yeah, he is. He's got that pretty thing going on.
She is very pretty.
Pretty or guy, lady slayerish. That little bit of
I can see why. I could see why they would put her in the prince category, but
tall and short hair.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she got the tall and short hair thing going.
It's hard to place. I don't think I've seen very many girl characters where I just go, she is just stunning. She is very pretty character.
Apparently, she almost gets completely flattened by him, just jumping off the second floor randomly. But the studio is East Fish Studio, so you know how anime is. I think I'd said this joke before, so I'm gonna probably say a joke that I've already said before. You know how anime is getting so big, you now have fishing plants now wanting to get an animation production. Is Fish Studio. I think I did that joke before. Anyways, source manga, romance, slice of life is these genres. I don't know.
I mean, am I wrong? Do you would you put her in that character? I mean, she is stunning to me.
Yeah, she got it going for her. Like I said, she got definitely the Lady Slayer thing going, I think. I don't get, it's one of those ones where I don't get how anybody can mistake her as a guy.
Yeah, right.
That's the part I don't understand. Especially since half the scenes she's in a skirt, but it's I don't understand that part of it, but definitely looks a lot more feminine compared to him. He's got that kind of frizzy hair shoujo look going on. I don't know. We'll see. This is one of those ones where it's I don't know that they can maintain story hook.
I don't know that they can maintain this level through the whole show though.
Visually?
Yeah.
You mean? I'm not sure. I don't think it has too much going. I don't think it's got too much animation going for it. Some very good shots, but I don't think it's got much animation.
High detail though.
Yeah. It's manageable. Yeah, keeping track of his mole is going to be difficult. Anyways, that's in the clear moonlit dusk. We'll see. Tune in to the Midnight Heart is our next one. Our Mayonaka Heart Tune. I immediately was like, oh yeah, Mayonaka Punch. Mayonaka. That's right. They're midnight. That's right. They're both midnight. Anyways, this one is Mayonaka Heart Tune. When Arisu Yamabuki was all alone in his bed at night, he was able to find solace in the voice of a radio host who went by the name Apollo. However, one day, she simply stopped broadcasting without any explanation. Years then pass, and Arisu is now a second-year high schooler. He makes it his mission to search for Apollo. His whole life goal is getting Apollo. As there is something he wants to tell her. Skeet! He doesn't know what she looks like or even what her real name is, but he managed to find a lead on her in this school's broadcasting class. Probably because there's a broadcast that happens when he goes to that school, and he's like, oh, that sounds like her. That is where he meets 4 girls who all dream to get a job where they can make full use of their voices. Just who is Apollo? And how will those 4 dreams pan out? Some Studio Gecko. Done by, or based off a manga, comedy, romance is the genres. We have the creator that worked on Senru Girl and here recently Detective These Days Are Crazy. Serious Competition worked on Overlord and No Guns Life, and the director worked on Futareba. Ooh, that's a scary one. Futareba was a good story, but that was a very rough adaptation. Not always the fault of the director. Sometimes that's the producers, but we'll see. This is gonna be telling if he has another show that has a problem. But anyways, we thinking, Chris, about a guy who spends his life devoted to find some person to hear it on a phone net broadcast at some point.
Go for it.
The interesting thing that I found from this one is that, of course, like I said, there's 4 girls in this broadcast club, and I think they each have their own thing. One like holds up an iPad. I think she's a VTuber. I think one is like a radio person. One's an ASMR girl. So I think musician, ASMR, broadcast, and VTuber. I don't know how you don't tell their voice unless they alter their voice when they record. Some people do that, obviously. Their inflections. She's got to be ASMR. The other girl was obviously VTuber. The one girl had a guitar, so she's obviously a musician. Is the other one just going to be simply broadcaster? Because that would be like pretty obvious there. Go with the
pink hair
broadcaster one. I'm guessing because she doesn't have anything in her hand, right?
The pink hair?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen anything in the pink hair. She's the only one that kind of stands out.
I think she's probably radio drama because she has in the key art she has something in her hand like a notebook, so she probably does radio dramas. Yeah, the other girl with the whisper, she's definitely going to be ASMR again. The girl is going to be tuber musician, so she's probably radio drama. She's probably radio drama.
And for whatever reason, she stands out as the one that probably is going to be the one.
Possibly. Can't be that easy though, because we gotta do the whole key thing. We gotta do the Nisekoi key thing. Eventually, he'll discover which one's in that photo, because she was there for him when he had a rough night.
And he'll find out that all 4 of them were doing the same.
They were
blending the voices.
When I was putting together my preview, me and Chris, there's a reason we're brothers, or the fact that he's an AI that I created, and thus he's gonna obviously think like me. I thought about that, the idea of like they all took, because like he's been listening to them for a while, and they could have been taking turns. So they're all literally, and they all love him desperately for some reason, because he says Gambare every now and then. There's got to be a reason why they're all like dead thirsty for him.
You can tell them all the truth, by the way.
Yeah.
That the reason why you're not doing as many of me, you're having a hard time programming me so much because you're trying to do more videos.
Well, yeah. I moved on to YouTube, and I just that was the code. The code's so convoluted anymore. It's starting to like defect on itself, and half the time I can't get to say something. It's just all part of the prompts messing up. But no, this is gonna be like the quickest anime. It just opens up, and he walks in the door, and he says, "Hey, by the way, anybody you call yourself Apollo?" And then one of them's like, "Yeah, me." Roll credits. Right. The pigtail girl's like, "Yeah, I used to do online radio." They lived happily ever after. But no, she's like, "Oh, gross! You actually came to find me, anyways." And she's creeped out. Bad end. You were supposed to swoon her first, dummy. Anyways, interested in it?
Nah, not really.
I'm kind of interested in it because I liked Senru Girl a lot. Senru Girl was a really good show. And then Detective These Days Are Crazy. That didn't really work for me. Of course, I didn't really give it much of a chance. And so hopefully, since this is a rom-com, hopefully getting back to like Senru Girl rom-com type of stuff that I think the writer's good at, hopefully that part of them comes out again. But we'll see. Let's tune in to the Midnight Heart. Let's move on to a death game, Chris. You love your death games. You ready for a death game show?
Don't know.
Death game. That's the same one. I was like, that does not look like the show
your click didn't click.
I think I closed the wrong tab up there.
No, it's up there.
Oh, that's right. It's right there. I see it.
You just closed it again.
I think I put it in the wrong spot. That's what happened. Anyways, playing death games to put food on the table, or Shibo Yugi de Meshi wo Ku. This one is Yuki wakes up to find herself wearing a maid's uniform in a strange manner. After wandering into a dining room, she comes across 5 other girls, each in the exact same outfit. Soon, the girls learn that the manor is brimming with lethal weapons and an array of deadly traps, and that they can only escape if they play the most gruesome games. As the terrifying truth sets in, Each girl faces go pale except Yuki's. Why? Because she's asleep right now. It's plus she has a lot of fur. Anyways, sorry, stupid joke about my dog. This isn't her first go around. That's right. Yuki is a professional death games player who lives off the prize money she collects from winning brutal killing competitions, and she's not about to let this chance pass her by. Well, that's a very original concept there. The whole idea of like there's a death game and there's one person that's played it before. Studio is Dean. Can tell that. I'm so mixed on the whole watercolor stuff. Like a lot of it looks really beautiful. I love the detail, but then like every now and then there's like a shot far away and everything's like all like they just up the saturation of the colors and just they blend into each other. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the watercolor thing quite a few times.
I'm so sure people are gonna call it AI. People are gonna call it AI. Look, this show suddenly turns from this to this. Gotta be AI. Everything's AI now. We don't know what's real anymore. Source of the light novel genres are action, drama, mystery. Director worked on Days with My Stepsister and Cells at Work. Really good director. Days with My Stepsister was really well adapted. Series composition by the person that worked on Insomniacs After School and Seven Deadly Sins. So good people working on it. Some really good people work on it. The director has my hopes on it up quite a bit. That it'll be a good adaptation, hopefully. But yeah, I don't like those shots. I really don't. I know it's a stylistic choice.
Yeah, I think that's all stylistic because they're doing it too consistent.
It clashes with everything else.
They're doing it too consistently. I don't know. It seems interesting. I like the concept to a point, but I don't know that I really want to go. It looks like it's going to go dark, and I don't know that I want to do dark yet.
You don't think she'll save everybody? They'll all be like inexperienced and she'll just be like crazy and cool about everything?
Not if she's done it several times. She's used to it. She's probably callous to the idea and just goes with it.
It could be the idea that they have to work with each other. That could be a good one. That could be a good idea to it. Who knows though? We'll see though. It doesn't have a horror in here. It's just action, drama, mystery. That's the only thing that tells me it's not going to be like super gory or anything. Typically they'll have horror in there if it's going to be violent. We'll see though. For Chris's sake and keeping watching, it better not be playing death games to put food on the table. Anyways, this is one I am incredibly excited about. And unfortunately, Chris won't be able to tell why. Well, I guess I can give you a little taste. You can feel the notes. They just kick you in the stomach. And I'm like, I totally should have called that. Anyways, Diary of a Strange Land, or Ikoku Nikki. This one is the manga centers on 35-year-old novelist Makio and her 15-year-old niece Asa, who live together under one roof. Makio took Asa in under a sudden impulse after Asa's parents, which included Makio's older sister, passed away. The next day, Makio returns to her senses and remembers that she doesn't do well in the company of other people. So begins their daily life, as Makio attempts to acclimate to a roommate, and Asa attempts to get used to an adult that never acts like one. Studio is Shuka. Source is a manga, drama, slice of life of the genres. Creator is actually the creator of Night Beyond the Tri-Cornered Window, which I don't think I've ever actually seen. But yeah, as I was telling Chris earlier, I did my top most anticipated shows video, and then somebody pointed out something to me, and I'm like, I should have known that. Because I watched this PV, and there was something about it. I was like, for some reason this is grabbing me. Like, this feels like tragic, but at the same time super like welcoming and wholesome. Because it does give the sense, of course, somebody taking in somebody that lost their parents and trying to give them a place to stay after they've lost everything. So that there's a sense there of like, oh, this is really kind of tragic, but also, heartwarming at the same time. They're trying to push themselves to allow somebody in their personal space. But there was something else. And I seem to remember it was the music. I seem to remember there's something about the music was grabbing me. And then somebody pointed out in the comment section was like, oh, it's Kensuke Ushio. Oh, the guy does like Bokuyaba and Chainsaw. I mean, he does like a bunch of stuff like Kyoto Animation shows, like Silent Voice. Done Chainsaw Man, Orb. But yeah, like the one that obviously recently sticks out to me is Bokuyaba. Danger My Heart has like the notes. Like you feel the notes in your stomach. Like the way that he records it just has a oomph to it. And yeah, sure enough, the beginning segments of the trailer, it's like you can hear those chords hitting, and I'm like, I should have known that. I feel bad. I feel so stupid. He's an incredible musician. So that's a big, massive plus for me. I was already sold on the show. I love the vibe of it. It feels like it's gonna be an incredible story. I think the source material actually has really good scores. So I'm actually pretty hyped for this one. I need a really good, like, solid slice of life show, and there it is right there. Are you on board with a... I was about to say bunny drop. It sucks that bunny drop source material ends the way it does, because it's like, it's still like bunny drop-ish. It's, again, somebody... The aunt taking in it's kind of reversed there, but again, bunny drop. But it's the aunt taking in the niece, so it's kind of similar to bunny drop. You into it? You into it?
We'll see.
Diary of a Strange Land. I thought Chris would be more excited. He's not that excited. I thought Chris would be excited. What you will be excited for, though, is DARWIN Incident. Good DARWIN Incident.
No.
No?
I didn't even get through that first scene, and I no.
Why? What's wrong with the opening scene? A monkey? You don't like the monkey?
Not feeling it.
You don't like the style of it, huh? You don't like the monkey. The monkey's nice. Anyways, DARWIN Incident. Darwin Jaihin, created in a biological science lab. Charlie is half human, half chimpanzee, hybrid known as Humanzee. Raised by his adopted human parents, Charlie is now 15 and starting high school. There, he meets Lucy, a clever loner who becomes his first ever friend.
I get the Lucy. I got it.
Huh? Oh. Anyways. But his normal life is shattered when the animal rights extremist who freed his mother from the lab 15 years ago reemerges as a terrorist bent on kidnapping Charlie at all costs. Studio is Bell Knox Films, source of manga, genres are sci-fi thriller. The director worked on Evangelion movie and Planetarian, so yeah, I'm pretty hyped for this one. You put sci-fi and thriller, like you put thriller in anything, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna at least give it like a good 6 episodes. I love my thriller shows. Anime needs more thriller shows. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the source material. I have been mostly trying to be as blind as possible coming into it, just because I feel like this is type of thriller shows you can get easily spoiled. So there's a side of me that I kind of want to stay away from anything on it. I've had some people chirping about some things in the trailer that I haven't quite caught yet, so I'm going to stay away from it, but I think there's another trailer or something, so it looks good. I don't think I've ever seen Bell Knox film anywhere, so that's kind of a big, massive like question mark, but there's so many studios popping up left and right and disappearing, it doesn't surprise me too much. But you're a no on this one? You don't want Planet of the Apes, the anime?
Nope.
You don't like Planet of the Apes?
No.
Gosh, Chris, no fun.
I didn't really watch
But you do like to play on the names, though.
I got a kick out of the Lucy, yeah.
Isn't that from Charlie, Curious George? Is that Curious George? What are you getting Lucy from?
Lucy was one of the other ape shows. I think it was the one that she started talking or something like that, or was one of the first talkers. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I don't know which one it is.
Like a Planet of the Apes type thing?
I don't think it was Planet of the Apes.
Anyways, that's DARWIN Incident. Chris being a fuddy-duddy on poor DARWIN Incident. Let's move on to The Invisible Man, his soon-to-be wife, though. Got this show coming out. Our Tomei Otoko to Ningen Onna Sonochi Fufu ni Naru Futari. Akira is an invisible gentleman who runs a detective agency. That's very clever. If I was an invisible man, that's a pretty good profession to get into, isn't being invisible, is being a detective. And Shizuka is a mild-mannered human female who works there. Shizuka can always find Akira even when he turns completely invisible. A quiet love begins to blossom between them as the invisible man and blind girl grow closer to each other. That kind of makes sense. The idea that this girl's obviously going to both have heightened senses and, again, having to live off of hearing, that the invisible guy can't get around her when he's...
That's actually cute. I like that idea.
Yeah. She looks cute. I do like her a lot.
This one might push past my hold off on it type show.
You're like not even caring about what's going to come up in the returners list. You're like, it's going to be there anyways. She looks really cute though. No, interesting though is there is another show that's going to be having a blind character. It's like suddenly out of nowhere we get 2 shows in the same season with a blind character. Like one's a main character. This one is pretty much that would be main character. She's the main love interest. I'm assuming like most of the show is going to be just the 2 of them focus. They look cute. I'm not getting much from him though. Like I'm not seeing like much like expression from him. He feels very flat. I mean, I like his transparency. But I'm not getting much from I'm not getting much like expression from him. See, like right there, I see right through him. I'm not getting it. I think we have like a whole bunch of stuff here. We have a wolf girl too, apparently. It's gonna be one of those worlds where like all the oddities are kind of normal in it.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious when it started out and there was Onis in one of the rooms. So,
oh, that's right. I forgot about that. It's cute. It's cute. I like it. It's not my most anticipated, but I'm definitely giving it a shot. That is the Invisible Man and his soon-to-be waifu. Let's move on to our villainous show this season. I think we actually have like 3 villainous shows, but this is going to be one of them. We have to have a villainous show these days every single time. I accidentally killed my link right there. This one is the Holy Grail of Eris. Eris no Seihai. As a Viscount's daughter, Constance Grail is an ordinary girl whose only notable trait is her sincerity, leaving her with no real options when someone steals her fiancé and falsely accuses her of petty theft at the ball. While Connie awaits her undeserved punishment, a ghost appears to offer her a bargain. The spirit is none other than Scarlet Castile, a noblewoman once praised for her beauty, lineage, and undeniable charisma, and executed some 10 years earlier for wicked deeds. When Connie accepts this proposal, she is possessed by the infamous spirit, who instantly turns the tide on her tormentors, thus saving the hapless girl from her miserable fate. It's never wise striking a deal without knowing exactly what you're committing to, or you might end up finding yourself bound to a ghost dead set on revenge against her own enemies. So yeah, typical ballroom. You are a nasty girl, falsely accused, everybody's shakued, but rather than punched or executed or something, she gets possessed by a villainess. It looks good. Also another one that I'm hearing a lot of praise for the source material in the comment section for my video, so it seemed like a lot of people really did enjoy the source material, at least are excited for it. I do admit that I'm kind of getting tired of hearing the whole ballroom scene stuff, but if that hook, which is what comes after, is, again, this villainess taking over and her personality completely flipping like a light switch. They even changed the eye color. Gotta change the eye color, make her look all evil. It's gonna be really their chemistry, and I think gonna be whatever the story is of the Scarlet Castile. Which I think they're kind of showing a few brief shots of that something horrible happened to her that she wants to get revenge for. I don't know. What are you thinking, Chris?
Possible. I don't. The concept seems a little bit more harsher than the other ones. Like if she's going for actual revenge, then she's not necessarily. It's not going to be necessarily a try to dodge the death flags. She's just going. Now, where it will sell is if she's an absolute smartass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like it could be really good because again, she's the original girl, which is Constance Grail. She seems like she is like, again, an ordinary girl. She's sincere, so it seems like she's just a good person. And then suddenly out of nowhere, flip switch. Suddenly it's this chick inside that's wicked and charismatic and everything. And suddenly she's like, oh, ho, ho, ho. You think you could pull one on me? And everybody's like, what the hell? Why is this cute girl that never speaks up against everybody suddenly acting all crazy? Oh, it's because she's possessed. Yeah, I guess that's going to be the driving force. Like I said, is that how well they pull that off? We'll see though. She kind of reminds me or at least the main character designs reminds me of Tear Moon Empire. You think we'll have like a Desuwa intro? I immediately think of the Desuwa intro for Tear Moon Empire. Desuwa. Anyways, now I gotta listen to that again. It's gonna be in my head. I just earworm myself. The Holy Grail of Eris. We'll see. Noble reincarnation, born blessed, so I'll obtain ultimate power is our title. Wow, what a title. Kizoku Tensei Megumereta Umane Kara Saikyo no Chikara wo Eru. So, born as the 13th Prince, Noah was originally in a position removed from the imperial succession, so he freely passed his time in the fief granted to him. However, the crown prince died before the emperor. The imperial succession would be fairly contested amongst the remaining princes. Noah, being the strongest despite living freely, overwhelmed the other princes and eventually became the emperor with the most power in the world. Okay. So...
has something to do with how many people is following him, I think.
Is that the end? The synopsis just basically cast scrolled me. He won. He's the emperor. Right? I'm guessing that's him. He won.
I don't know. But his power seems to be based on
followers.
How many followers he's got. I think it's in one of this.
Oh, is this the one where he keeps getting attacked when he's drinking tea?
Right here. With every follower, my power grows or something like that.
Oh, you have subtitles that I can't see. Okay, so you're getting the story right there.
Oh.
Is this the one where he gets attacked drinking tea like 3 times?
Yeah.
It's like in the trailer for the show, he keeps getting attacked while he's right there. He shields some water attack, and then a few scenes later, he's drinking tea again, and he gets attacked. It's like, is this entire show him getting attacked by people while he's drinking tea? Is that his thing? There again, the shield. She breaks through it while he's drinking tea. That's how he meets everybody. Every follower, he has to bring them to his tea table, and he says, "Attack me," and then he shields himself, and then they join him. His harem of tea time attackers. The isekai into the world with my tea time attackers. And I'll become the prince and emperor. We'll see. Shrug.
I like isekais, so
I like
give it a
isekais
shot.
too, but I like isekais that do something interesting.
I know.
It's kind of go in that realm of, I guess, probably, what was that one show? We had 2 seasons of it. The appraisal skill, the one where he's able to see their talents and recruits them.
That's where I think it actually is he gains power based on his followers, but he's not actually gaining more power. He just has all of his followers are strong. So we'll see.
I mean, him defending himself from attacks unless somebody else is nearby shielding him. Seems like
I do know his
shielding.
power is infinity.
It's infinity.
Maximum infinity. So
conspiracy ridden isekai. I love these titles on it. Conspiracy riddled isekai story. Survive the conspiracy ridden isekai. So hype. It's so hyping itself. I'm gonna call it now. This will probably be the #1 anime in Japan on Abema and stuff. I bet this show right here, depending on if this is an Abema show, I'm gonna guess it's probably going to be. These types of shows always #1. Anyways, there's Comptown as a studio, light novel source, action, adventure, fantasy. Director worked on Failure Frame and Headhunted to Another World. Yay! Those are some amazing animated shows. The creator is Nazuna Miki, who worked on, or is the creator of Noble on the Brink of Ruin, and My Unique Skill Makes Me OP even at level 1. This person, I feel bad for, because My Unique Skill Makes Me OP at level 1 was not well adapted, or visually anyways. That was one with the guy with what was it called? Tokyo Dungeon? It was a world where everything comes from dungeons. Like everything that people use comes from the dungeon. And he finds one that was like a dungeon called Tokyo, what nobody gets loot from, but because his unique skills, like SSSS loot,
Right.
He gets drops from it.
Yeah, he gets the gathering. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it just didn't look like it was not a very good looking show. Anyways, there you go.
With the stupid rabbit girl that wanted to kill everybody.
Yeah, death or carrot.
Yeah, something like that.
Carrot or death. You have to give her carrot or you die, basically. Anyways, let's move on to some rage tubers. In a world full with rage tubers. Dead account. always ready for a fight, destruction for destruction's sake. The online streamer Aoringo is a troll, making the worst of boundary-pushing flame bait content and raking in the revenge from the hate watchers. You may think that he's nothing more than a bottom feeder and a drain on society, but in reality, he's a high school dropout, Shoji Inishiro, a caring older brother with a sweet tooth who loves nothing more than his little sister. His viral videos, just a way to pay his sister's medical bills. And even if all of humanity hates him, he doesn't care, as long as his little sister gets better. But then, something very strange begins to happen. Down. He finds her dead. I don't know what that's about. It could be the game's trying to
I don't know.
say that they'll kill her if he doesn't play the game.
Pretty brutal.
It's implying she's dead. I don't know. We'll see. It's probably going to say it's going to kill her unless he plays the game. Probably take her hostage. Anyway, Studio Synergy SP. Sources of manga. Genres are action, supernatural. Director is Hiroya Saito, who did Rakudo Bad Girls. Lol. That's an interesting change. Rakudo Bad Girls. That was actually a good show in a lot of regards. It's a dorky show. Serious competition writer, worked on Monster Wants to Eat Me, Rent a Girlfriend, Days My Stepsister. I seem to remember reading a manga that has a similar idea to this, but I don't think it was this one. I don't remember what it was. It was a death game, but the one that I was thinking of, I read it, was more about they have to get like a certain amount of followers and views, and so they're doing like really horrific things in order to garner attention, and so they're kind of forced to record really horrible things, something like that. It's not really. This one looks like a shonen.
Yeah, shonen like, battler.
Just like a shonen battler. We're doing shonen battler stuff. I don't know. Dead account. I'm sure Chris is super excited.
Death game.
Let's move on to shonen battler death game. Let's move on to a hero party one. We gotta have some hero party shows.
Is he getting kicked out of a hero party?
He's gonna get kicked out of that party. Here it comes. There was a cute girl in the hero's party, so I tried confessing to her as a title. Yusha party ni kawaii ko ga ita no de koku haku shite mita. This one is when
he got
Yoki
turned down.
Come on and say. Yeah, I think he's actually the demon lord or something that they came to attack. I think it's what they imply. I don't think he was kicked from it. Anyways, when Yoki was reincarnated into a magical world, he became neither a hero or a demon lord, but instead became a middle-level subordinate demon guarding the castle. Okay, he's not the demon lord. When the hero's party attacks the demon lord's castle, Yoki was able to beat them easily, but he fell in love at first sight with the beautiful cleric, Cecilia. It's a cute setup.
Yeah, it is.
It's a cute setup. Gecko is the studio. Source is a light novel. Adventure, comedy, fantasy, romance. Director worked on Medalist and Ahead-san, which that makes me concerned because Medalist Season 2 is this season. So, did they change director? I forget if they changed directors for Medalist. I think they did. Anyways, serious competition writer, worked on Overlord and No Guns Life. Man, that director did an incredible job on Medalist Season 1, and he's going to go off and do I Confess to the Cute Cleric Girl of the Heroes Party. Sure. Not a great looking show. It moves. I guess it moves. Now I'm stuck on that. I need to look at that. What are you thinking, Chris? Are you sold?
Yes, but I think that this is going to get kind of old quick.
That's my big concern. I think when I was looking at the trailer for it, I'm like, okay, like I said before, and yeah, I kind of started off with the whole joke about the hero's party kicked out thing, but like when I watched the PV, I'm like, okay, that's cute. I gotta admit, that's kind of cute. You can't deny that's kind of cute, but then it's like, okay, now what? Like, okay, he starts going out with her and hanging out. There's a side of me that almost thinks it'd be hilarious if it turns into the girl choosing to manipulate him in order to get him to defeat his own boss, which is the Demon Lord. That could be really funny, but it's probably going to turn into a thing where the Demon Lord's not like a really bad guy or anything. That's my assumption. No, he's working on this show and Medalist season 2. Okay, so hopefully he's not overworked. Oh, he's chief director of this one, which is pretty much the same thing-ish, just not as much work. But he is basically the person that makes the calls. So hopefully Medalist or this one is already done and he's not overworked, but we'll see. We'll see. But that's there was a cute girl in the hero's party, so I tried confessing to her. We'll see. Could be a good 3-episoder. We'll see. Let's move on to Hana-Kimi for You in Full Blossom. This one is Japanese-American track
A lot of flowers,
and field star.
Oh my god, they're cutting her hair.
You've seen her. Look. That was already cut. You've seen it with short hair,
and
you don't like this. You don't like seeing it. It's like traumatic. Every time you see the actual process, it's like I already seen that she cut her hair, but you don't want to see it. Japanese American.
Everybody's like,
star.
Why is he mad about it cutting? Because they do that as some kind of a changing themselves thing.
Symbolisms. They just don't like animating it or drawing hair that's long. They hate drawing and animating long hair. Japanese American track and field star Mizuki has gotten herself to transfer to high school in Japan, but not just any school. To be closer to her idol, high jumper Izumi Sono. She's going to an all-guys high school and disguising herself as a boy. Well, yeah, that's the reason why you had to cut the hair. But as fate would have it, they're more than classmates. They're roommates. Now Mizuki must keep it a secret in her classroom, the locker room, and her bedroom. And her classmates and the school nurse must cope with a new transfer student who may make them question their own orientations. So she's going undercover as a boy, and everybody's like, but they're so cute, I want to get with them. So they're all questioning, are they not straight? Anyways, this is a big, massive shrug for me. It could be cute, but I don't see it. I do not see it, unfortunately.
Not interested enough.
Keep it a secret, and eventually he'll probably discover it, and he'll have to keep it a secret. And Yoasobi's in it. Why Yoasobi should do music for OSHI NO KO? Why is Yoasobi? Of course, Yoasobi could be doing OSHI NO KO too. Let's see. I mean, it's not like I don't want Yoasobi to get like burnout for people, and I already have people complain about them already as it is. Yeah, that's the last one they did was Witch Watch, and so now this one. Crazy. Anyway, that's Hana-Kimi. Let's move on to one that I want to like, but I have a feeling it's just gonna be a really bad adaptation. I want it to be good, but it just looks like it's gonna be a bad adaptation. Champion's Witch, or Champion's no Maho. Luna, a black witch who lives quietly in a poisonous mushroom house deep in the Black Forest. She lives in the city making high-efficiency medicines, but she's rumored to be rumored to die if she's touched. Okay, anyways, and she is avoided. The life of a witch who doesn't know the warmth of people is carefully and momentarily drawn. So Duke of Death and Maid, but a chick now? A reverse Duke of Death, because Duke of Death, he killed people he touched, so. Studio is Kazilla and Typhoon Graphics. Sources of manga, genres are drama, fantasy, supernatural. The series composition writer did Dragon Ball Daima and Urusei Yatsura, and creator is the creator of Gakkou and Alice. So if anybody watched Gakkou and Alice, there you go.
It looks like she's taking death out of things and then putting it into
yeah, there was like a little drawing
mushrooms
moment
or something.
Yeah, kind of implied there was like an extraction that happened at some point. The other trailer that I watched, it was mostly her being alone. So I'm guessing at some point somebody shows up there with her, and it's possibly going to change how she kind of views things. Yeah, I seen that. Like she was just drawing it out of the boy. It's got a beautiful style to the area and everything like that. Again, I don't feel like it's got much budget. It does look very rough already just from the PV. But I'm curious. I kind of have a curiosity for it. I think the source material is okay. Like ratings wise, but I don't know. It has the potential of being a little hidden gem there, but I don't want to give it too much hope, and it shatters it for me. Let me double check the manga real quick. Are you on board? No? Yes? Maybe?
Maybe. Possibly.
7.23. That's not bad for source material. I do like the style of the manga, and they kind of captured it pretty well with the adaptation. And we'll see. Championens Maho. Championens which? Hell mode. Oh, the show with the weird CGI stuff. You ready for some goofy looking CGI, Chris? Are you ready for it?
No.
It's coming. Helmo, the hardcore gamer, dominates. The hardcore gamer dominates in another world with garbage balancing. Hell mode, Yarikomi Suki no gamer wa Haisetai no Isekai de Muso Suru. This one is level up even while offline. That's not a game on easy mode. That's just an AFK game. The online gamer, Yamada, the game that he had been playing religiously, is shutting down its servers, leaving him with a void in his heart. He looks for a new game to fill it, but everything he finds is way too easy. The kind of game he likes, the kind punishing enough to make players want to spend thousands of hours on it, just isn't around anymore. That's for damn true. What's this? You are invited to a game that will never end? Kenichi, that's sketch. Kenichi stumbles upon an untitled game, one promising uncomparable challenge with unprecedented potential. Without hesitation, he selects the Hell mode difficulty. Lo and behold, he finds himself reincarnated into another world as a serf, now called Alan. He sets out to unlock the secrets of his mysterious leaden summoner class without the conventions of walkthroughs, game guides, or online forums. He must grope his way through... that's a really weird choice of words. He must grope his way through the top of this new world. My gosh, that freaking synopsis. Jeez. Excited, Chris, for the... I know I'm getting like hints of the garbage... What was it game called? The garbage game that was too hard? And like Shangri-La Frontier mixed together. I
don't know. This one seems kind of fun. I might give this one a shot. I mean, the idea of just an isekai, but it's just on hard mode, he's still going to be OP as all get out, but it's going to be fun.
Until he gets OP, it'll be fun. And then it'll just be about collecting waifus and doing OP things. Yeah, he's like legit an infant. He's already summoned his book, so he can have his little Rudius moment. And then he gets a big O. What are these CGI animals? They don't even look like they don't look anime style. They look like they're just clipped CGI characters from like some Western company. They don't even look anime. No, the mole thing looks like he's from would it be Mega Man? He has a Mega Man cap on, but I don't think that mole. Super Mario?
Yeah, Super Mario.
Yeah, he looks like he's from Super Mario.
I mean, it's possible.
They do.
I don't think they're trying really hard on those.
Yeah. They had to put all their effort in the bird thing. It's got butterfly wings. It can summon butterfly wings. He is a summoner. This thing. Woof. Yeah, this is our CGI scare show this season. I mean, there's a worse CGI show this season that we'll get into later on, but yeah. Anyways, you're excited?
I like the concept. I don't know that I'm excited about it, but
I'm definitely giving it a shot. Of course,
this one I'm definitely giving a shot. That's for sure.
Yeah,
because I like the concept a lot.
It's hell mode. Hell mode. Let's get into Roll Over and Die, which is a very simple. Thankfully, very simple title compared to the other one that I have, which is Omae Gotoki ga Mao ni kattaru to omanai to yushapari wo suhoi sereta node oto de kimama ni kurishitai, which is literally translated to "Don't think someone like you can defeat the Demon Lord. I was told that as I was kicked out of the hero's party. So now I want to live a carefree life with the king." That is a stupid title. Whatever they can stick on a stinking light novel to get people's attention. That is literally the classic putting the synopsis in the actual title of the novel. Anyways, Flum Apricot was never meant to be a hero. Despite 0 stats across board and powers she can't even use, she somehow finds herself included in the party of heroes. But Flum's life hits rock bottom when the party's renowned sage, Jean, decides that the useless girl is dead weight and arranges to have her sold into slavery, tossed to monsters to be feasted upon for her master's entertainment. Flum makes the desperate choice to reach for a cursed weapon, and something new awakens within her. A grim, dark tale about one woman's blood-soaked quest to reclaim her life. I was about to say, I thought it was like the bandage girl was going to be the weapon.
I'm thinking the bandage girl is the weapon.
You think she turns into a cute bandage girl whenever she's not using her? And whenever she needs to fight, she suddenly grabs the bandage girl's hand and she turns a weapon? ACGT is the studio, light novel source, action, adventure, drama, fantasy, horror. Director worked on Big Order. Ooh, goodness stuff there. Scientific Accelerator as well. Serious Competition writer worked on A Sense of Bookworm and Mechanical Mary. Another one that this is the one that I like for the most part, like 3 people at least. A little upset that I made jokes about the title in my joke reel of my video. It's like, people, come on, okay? It's a joke reel for a reason. It's jokes. But yeah, people are saying that this is a good one to check out. So seems like people like the source material. The quality in the PV looks okay. It's not bad. Looks decent. I'm always for a bandage weapon girl though, even though it's got a stupid kick from the hero party opening. What are you thinking? Are you on board with the roll over and die?
Possibly.
Die.
I'm very, very interested in why the weapon is a bandage girl.
Why is it a bandage?
Like, is she taking all the damage from the
main
character, or
it doesn't seem like she changes at all though. From like the beginning to the later part, seems like she always has the same scars and bandages. That's true, though.
She might have been really, really badly beat up at the very beginning, or in the moment that she got thrown out.
True. Oh, that's just her character design. They don't want to change it. That's her character design, and they don't want to change it. Another villainous show. Let's get into another villainous show. The Villainess is being doted on by the crown prince of the neighboring country, or Akuyaku Reijo wa Rengoku no Otaishi ni Dekiai, Sararu. On the day before her downfall, Lady Tyrosa, Lapis Clementile, recalls that she is in an Otome game that she had once played in her former life. She used to adore the main love interest, Prince Heart Knights. It's a Heart Knights. Heart Knights Lapis Lazuli. These freaking names. Prince Heart Knight Lapis Lazuli Lactomoth. But unfortunately, she was not reincarnated as a heroine, but rather his worst enemy, the villainous fiancé. At their graduation ceremony, without blinking an eye, Heart Knights condemns Teruros for alleged crimes, breaks off his engagement, and proclaims the heroine Akari as his new bride-to-be. No matter whether Teruros is innocent, he banishes her from the kingdom. But before her sentence can be carried out, a shocking figure appears. Aquastine Marine Forest, the prince of the powerful these names, I'm sorry. The powerful neighboring country has been harboring feelings for Teruros for quite some time, probably not least that guy, and announces his intention to marry her. Adored by the prince of another kingdom, what awaits this villainess on her path to happy ending? I guess that could be good. Again, that's another one of those, okay, we have the opening episode. What next? That's definitely a very long, drawn-out explanation of the first episode, and so it's going to be really what after that. I'll be curious as to why this other prince from neighboring country even likes her. It doesn't even mention the fact that if she knows who he is. Like, why would this person even be interested in her? If she, like, the day before she gets called out in the story of the game, she realizes it, and then suddenly, for some reason, this neighboring country guy's there. Obviously playing outside the norms of the game. Could be another isekai. We'll see. I'm
Not really feeling it.
I'm sort of on board. That's a good 3-episoder. That's a good 3-episoder. Anyways, that's the Villainess is being doted on by the crown prince of a neighboring country. A Gentle Noble's Vacation Recommendation is our next one. Another isekai. This one is Odayaka Kizoku no Kyoka no Suzume. This one is when Lizzle mysteriously finds himself in a city that bears odd similarities to his own, but clearly isn't. He quickly becomes in terms with the unlikely truth. This is an entirely different world. Even so, laid-back Lizzle isn't the type to panic. He immediately sets out to learn more about this strange place, and to help him do so, hires a seasoned adventurer named Gil as a tour guide and his protector. Until he's able to find his way home, Lizzle figures this is a perfect opportunity to explore a new way of life, adventuring as part of a guild. After all, he's sure he'll go home eventually. Might as well enjoy another worldly vacation for now. Definitely a very unique take on isekai for once. Ascension and Synergy SP as studios, light novels a source, adventure, fantasy, slice of life.
So he's hiring an adventurer, but he's not actually the adventurer.
It implies that he's going to do work adventuring as part of a guild. Initially, I think he just hires a guy to take care of him. Like, he's like, well, that's weird. I'm in another world. Okay, let's check this place out. And then runs into some guy and says, hey, dude, can you protect me? Here, have a coin. And I'm assuming it's gold, and gold kind of works everywhere. I mean, you have to melt it down, but gold is gold, right? I don't know. Not really a exciting concept, but at least it sounds different than the norms. Feels a wild place. You on board with
Possibly.
pretty guy isekai hanging out with pretty guy?
Yeah, I'm not feeling that, but we'll see.
He should have hired a cute girl. That would have been more interesting.
Yeah.
Damn, cute guys with hot guys. They're too hot. I can't stand hot guys in my shows. They make me feel less. He picks up on it pretty quick. He's like, yeah, I gotta be isekai right now. I'm screwed. Anyways, that's Gentle Noble's Vacation Recommendation. Let's move on to the other blind guy show. Other blind show. Not blind guy. The other one's a girl. This is a blind guy. Kunon, the sorcerer, can see. Majutsu shi Kunon wa matteru. This one is Kunon, a young man who cannot see, has the goal to create new eyes with water magic. After just 5 months of learning sorcery, Kunon surpasses his own mentor and honed his talent as he tried to do a feat that's never been done before. A fantasy about a young man, a blind genius, who opens up the world through curiosity and the pursuit of magic is about to begin. Studios Platinum Vision. There is a production studio out there, or a production committee out there that has a massive sense of humor. Hey guys, we got a show called Kunon the Sorcerer Can See. It's about a blind guy who tries to make magic to make himself see. We need to find a studio for this. No, not Mappa. No, not Madhouse. Platinum Vision. Let's go with Platinum Vision. Just because. It was funny. You know I'm funny. Shut up. Anyways, sources of light novel, action, adventure, fantasy. What are you feeling, Chris, about blind guy, isekai magic? No, it's not isekai, is it? No, it's not isekai. It's just a fantasy magic guy. I'm guessing the whole like eye wrap thing's probably gonna be like an enhancement thingy. If he quickly finds a way to make it to where he can see, it's gonna be like, okay, what's the point of even making him blind?
I'm thinking that they're pretty much implying that he can't see by the end of his entire getting out of this room. Once he has that mask on, he's pretty much got it, because he's obviously good at water magic.
I kind of wonder. I mean, the human body's made up of mostly water. I'm not gonna go against the idea of water not being like an extension to make a vision with magic. Oh, look at the maid wants him bad. She's pretty hot. He's like not even the maid. Like, well, dude, the maid wants you. What is with these main characters and like rejecting the maids? They're hot. Look at this maid. Chris, are you with me on this one? The maid? She's kind of hot.
Probably.
I mean, she looks a little, generic in a way, but she's got the braid thing going on. She's probably gonna die. she got side braided hair. She's gonna die.
We know that anytime
don't say freckles. Side braids do too.
Really?
Side braids die too. You've never seen the maid of side braids? It's typically moms with side braids, but still, she can get pregnant. She can be a mom eventually. We can make it happen, Kunon. We can make it happen, Kunon. She wants to stick that plum in your mouth. You got it. Okay, that's getting weird. I'll be checking it out, obviously, but I'm not like excited. I'm not excited. At least it's not isekai. At least it's not isekai. At least it's not isekai. We'll see. That's Kunon the Sorcerer can see. Are you excited?
Not really. It looks like an edgelord type show.
All right, let's move on to some really bad jokes that we can make about this one. Wash It All Away, the show about the wife who can clean. We don't get many hot waifus that can clean. That is a joke technically, because typically a lot of the waifu characters, they have to have some sort of flaw, and it's typically because they can't cook, or they're like really bad at doing anything, like fail girls. This one actually. She cleans. Kirei ni shite morimasu ka? This one is with an endearing protagonist and luscious art. This seaside slice of life story offers tranquility in the chaos of modern world. For 2 years, Wakana Kinmei has run a laundry service in the seaside resort town of Atami, where she built a fulfilling life, making friends with the locals and visiting the hot springs. Although Wakana has no knowledge of her own past, her cleaning service safeguards memories imbued in customers' precious items. Although she has no knowledge of her own past, her cleaning service safeguards memories imbued in customers' precious items?
She repairs items.
Oh, like things that are special to people.
Yes.
Yeah, they kind of imply that at some point she's doing
she fixed
restoration.
She fixed a pair of shoes, and then she was painting something on something else.
Yeah, there was like a fabric thing she was trying to repair with that girl. I remember seeing that in the trailer, so that makes sense. I thought it was something about her own memories and stuff. I'm like, wait, what are we getting into? Like some weird thing where she like safeguards her own memories?
She's an amnesiac.
Oh yeah, I didn't imply that at the very beginning. That she has no memories. Yeah, this one looks like it can be a pretty solid one, like a nice, relaxing slice of life show. And then at some point having some rando dude that shows up and starts being interested in her, and she's obviously very attractive. I think the interesting thing will probably be eventually getting into probably at some point somebody showing up and saying, "Oh, it's you. You're here. You're still alive. You fell off the boat and we thought you drowned. We couldn't find your body." And she's actually like, I don't know, like the daughter of a CEO of Walmart or something. Has lots of money. Walmart Japan. Dad is some big conglomerate leader, some Yakuza leader, and she was on his yacht, and they thought that she died. It's gonna be some stupid thing like that. Like episode 11 is when it happens. Suddenly out of nowhere, somebody shows up and steps in her doorway, and she says, "Welcome," and then it's like they drop something on the floor. Cut to the last episode. What will she do? What are you thinking, Chris, of the hot waifu that can actually clean and do dishes and stuff?
And she's Jeff Bezos' daughter.
Yeah, she's Jeff Bezos' daughter. Amazon Japan daughter.
I don't know.
Would it be Jeffuru Bezos? Jeffuru Bezos' daughter.
I don't know. She's cute. I don't deny that one. Not really sure about the whole concept. It's a slice of life, so it would have to pull it off really well for me.
Sorry, clothes, pulling off clothes. She got to peel off the clothes really well and clean them first.
She was getting into that bath, and it was pretty freaking hot.
Oh, I forgot. I put this on here especially for you because I have no knowledge of this. I mean, I do have to inform everybody else. Studio is Okuroto Noboru. Source is a manga. The genres are comedy, romance, slice of life. Series compositions Tokyo Machida, which we've noted her before. She's literally everywhere. Like this lady pretty much works on everything. But the creator of the source material for this particular series is Mitsuru Hattori, the creator of Sankare. Or Sankareya, right? It's technically the pronunciation. Sankareya. You've watched that one, right?
That's the zombie girl?
I think so, question mark? I don't know. I don't never watched it, but I think it is. I seem to remember that you talked about it before. Sankare Undying Love is a Japanese manga series. Zombie and cult enthusiast who meets a girl who's a zombie.
So this will be basically a slice of life with a twist. It'll be
No, it's still a comedy romance slice of life. Don't get in the idea that it's going to be Sankare, but it's just like, well, that's a really, departure.
Yeah, that's really what Sankare was. It was slice of life with a twist. I guess. So I can see that
but isn't that one properly? Well, what's the twist? It's not going to be sci-fi twist or anything because Sankare is still classified as zombie tags and sci-fi and supernatural, right?
I'm sure. I mean, I could see
horror, romance, supernatural, ecchi. Yeah. So this one's not really tagged like that. I mean, it could have another twist. It's probably gonna have a twist. It's probably in the idea
she's gonna be
Jeff
Bezos' daughter. I mean, obviously,
no, she's secretly an alien. Suddenly, like episode 3, suddenly all the websites update with tag sci-fi. So yeah, they caught us off guard. I guess I could technically check the source material, see if it's got extra tags. Do I want to spoil myself? It probably doesn't. They typically copy over tags. Manga. Comedy slice of life. Yeah. So the source material apparently doesn't have much romance. The anime is going to have romance in it. I'm like, no, where did I get the romance tag? It must have been in the anime list. Anyways. I thought that would be an interesting little thing for you. Because you liked Sankare,
yeah,
right?
I did.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know how much
Except for
watched.
One thing, I didn't much care. Well, no.
Was that the one that had the silent girl? Or was that the chainsaw one?
That was the chainsaw.
Is this a zombie deska? Is this a zombie?
Yeah.
You like the silent girl?
Yeah, that I did love her.
All right. I know that you never watched Dark Gathering, which is a massive, massive shame. But I did like seeing the prequel story of it, which is called Kaya-chan Isn't Scary. That's not that. She's not scary. She's a hot waifu that cleans. Kaya-chan, though, is not scary, apparently. Kawa-chan wa kawakonai. This one is Kaya-chan is an infamous problem child in kindergarten. However, when Chie-sensei is assigned to look after her, she finds out that Kaya has an ability presenting to you the strongest horror action series set in kindergarten. Studio is East Fish Studio again. We got that Fish Studio coming back up in here again. We got 2 shows from Fish Studio. Sources of manga, comedy, horror, slice of life for the genres. Director worked on Dark Gathering and Witch Watch, which that I can definitely see in the PV. And series composition writer worked on Zombieland Saga and Gymnastic Samurai. So yeah, when I seen the previews for this, I'm like, she looks like the girl from Dark Gathering. It's got that little bit of a twistedness there, and I literally go to look at all the people working on this, and literally Dark Gathering directors working on this one too, and I'm like, it wasn't okay, it's not East Fish, but it definitely has that. The thing, okay, let me preface this a lot. I really love Dark Gathering. We have a season 2 coming out. Cannot wait for it to come out. But I do acknowledge one thing. While they absolutely nailed the horror and the feel and the suspense with the, horror aspects of Dark Gathering, they nailed all that stuff with a really low budget. Like, there was barely much animation in it, but they still pull it off with everything else working all full cylinders. And I get a very similar feel to this one. It doesn't look incredibly animated, but it looks like it's still nailing the aesthetic and the suspense, and yes, having to utilize a lot of action stills. But I think the director is really good at nailing something with very low budget, is what I'm going to say. That's what I'm getting a sense of. But I'm all for this one. I think it's a season too late. I think this should have been a horror show for October, but like Dark Gathering technically was. But I'll take it. I'll be curious to find out what's her whole deal. Is she demon possessed? Is she similar to Dark Gathering, actually very smart and manipulating the hell out of the spirits? Because that's the whole concept of Dark Gathering, is she's literally taking control of all the evil spirits and yokais. What are you thinking, Chris? You want to watch the lolly kick the crap out of all the evil spirits?
No, not really.
It's the most action-packed kindergarten action series. That is Kaya-chan Isn't Scary. Let's move on to the other world's books depend on the bean counter. Seiichiro Kondo, a salaryman approaching his 30s, gets caught up in a holy maiden summoning ritual and is transported to a parallel world called Romani Kingdom. Having worked a day and night, he develops the mindset of a corporate slave and even demanded work in his new world, which landed him an accounting job at the Royal Accounting Department. During his hectic days rebuilding the accounting department, he came across a nutrition tonic that wiped away any fatigue. Thanks to this tonic, his chronic ailments and exhaustions are completely disappeared, leaving him overjoyed. But because he has no resilience to the world's magic, the side effect is he puts his life in danger. The only way to survive was to have someone with magic help custom his body to magical energy. So no other choice. He entrusts himself to Eris, captain of the 3rd Royal Guard, known as the Ice Prince. Exhilarating. Studio is Dean. Light novel is a source. Adventure, fantasy, romance, slice of life. Director worked on Fairy Tail, Reincarnated as a Sword, and Tsukimichi. Series composition writer worked on Monthly Girls and Zaki-kun and Senko-san. Good people working on it. Again, it's similar to the other one, the Isekai guy hires adventurer. At least it sounds very unique. As to if it's going to be a compelling story, bean counting is the big question mark.
Well, yeah.
How do you make accounting exciting?
That's the thing that sounds interesting to me, is that basically what they're probably going to do is go the route of him finding corruption and that's going to...
Cat usually comes with the counting.
Yeah.
You find where numbers disappeared.
Match. Yeah. But this is obviously going to go the route of BL as far as I can tell. So, I mean, it'll...
Oh, is Magic Saviors? Oh, that's true. It is a romance. Ooh.
Yeah, if you see the books towards the end of it, you can... It's pretty obvious.
There's some... Are there sparkles and stuff around, guys?
No, they're holding each other.
Oh, they're holding each other? Damn, that's lewd. I bet they'll bang before like 3 episodes in.
There he goes.
Oh, yeah. He's got to pull that magic out of it. He's got to pull that mana out of him, Chris. How else do you think he's going to get the mana out of him, Chris?
Clearly.
Yep. Genres are boys love fantasy. Chris called it. Chris has got that radar up. Japanese title is Isekai no Sata wa Shachiku Shidai. So, for those that can understand my Japanese. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again, like I said, the other one kind of similar. Like it's a very unique style to it. I kind of follow Chris on the idea that it'd be cool to have a story that can have some good political espionage, stealing money, embezzling, calling people out, becoming the enemy of a lot of bad people is pretty much what's going to happen there. Anyways, yeah. Let's move on to some Herumu. We got a Herumu show. We haven't really talked about many harem shows yet, Chris. We just had that broadcasting one. That's about it. Here's another one full of childhood friends that we'll all lose probably. Because we can't have childhood friends when... You can't be in a rom-com with your childhood friends. or Osananajimi to wa love comedy ni naranai. This one is Eiyu, a high school boy, has a problem. Two childhood friends, Shio and Akari, who got to the same high school, are too cute. If they find out that I'm the only one looking sexually at them now that they've grown up, even though I have no intention of doing so, that would be too much. On the other hand, the two childhood friends have their own secrets. It's so awkward. It's complicated. But childhood friends are the best. A sweet and impatient love triangle love comedy where you can't be honest. That is the most Western synopsis of a Japanese property I've ever read. Who wrote that? That's got to be like 7 Seas or something. Anyways, Tezuka Productions is a studio. Sources of manga. Comedy romance is a genres. Director worked on Under Ninja and Dakashi Kashi. And sixth competition writer worked on Monster Wants to Eat Me, Rent a Girlfriend, and Days with My Stepsister. So there you go.
Maybe.
Okay, the synopsis says...
I like them.
The synopsis has 2 girls listed.
There's 4.
And there's definitely 4 girls there. So I'm guessing 2 childhood friends will lose, and one of the other 2 that are not childhood friends is going to actually win. Is one of the childhood friends the Tan Girl? That's the question mark, because Tan Girl is super freaking cute in this. Damn, look at that smile, dude. She totally losing.
The blue hair and the orange hair?
I looked it up before.
Yeah, they're the orange hair and the blue hair.
They're the childhood friends, the orange hair and the blue hair? Mm-hmm. Let's find out if Chris is correct. Will Chris be correct? Because we're looking it up right now, because Andrew needs to know. I think I confirmed it wasn't the Tan Girl, but I don't think I checked the other ones. Orange hair girl, and what was the other one? Shio. Shio is the green hair. So orange and green.
Okay. Sorry.
So you were saying the purple and the orange?
No. The short, this one and that one. Not that one.
Yeah, you got it right. You got it right.
And not that one.
Just a little bit different color because of the show. Yeah, so the 2 in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, the 2 in the middle, I think. Anyways, that's we'll see. We'll see. And not like a super engaging concept here, but we'll see. It's just this definitely feels like it's gonna be one of those shows where it's gonna be completely dependent on like just the personality of the girls and if they're fun to be around, and if he's not completely obnoxious and you want to punch him in the face for being so stupidly oblivious half the time, like they typically are.
No, he doesn't seem like he's oblivious. He's
in the synopsis he said he's sexually.
It seems like he's stupid thirsty, but he is awkward in some way, and he's probably going to overstep himself. Is really what's going to happen.
He's trying to hide it because he thinks it's embarrassing if they know that he's horny as hell. God damn, dude, the Tan Girl with that face. She got the whole thirst face going on. Yeah, studio is okay. It looks all right. It looks like one of those kinds of shows where it's not trying too hard to be animated, but just got some good style to it. So we'll see. There you go. Can't be in a rom-com with your childhood friends. Let's move on to Dark Moon, the Blood Altar animation with in hyphen. What? What is this? What is the title? Wait, what? What is the title? Dark Moon, the Blood Altar with in hyphen? Is that how you say that? In hyphen?
Probably.
What is in hyphen?
It's not a word.
Thank you, Chris. It's not a word, Andrew. Shut up. Dark Moon, Kuro no Suki no Saidan. Welcome to... Sorry, it's not a word, Andrew.
Somebody's randomly gonna... I'm gonna get like five posts. Chris sucks. He doesn't know words. Learn words, Chris.
It's just the band's name. That makes sense. It's a group's name, and I kind of assumed that was gonna be the case because it was all capitalized, but for some reason the Japanese doesn't have it. So I'm guessing they just put in hyphen for the English. Anyways, welcome to Riverfield, where the most popular boys at 2 rival schools happen to be vampires and werewolves. So it's basically a banned version of Twilight. When a mysterious new student, Suha, transfers to Rivenfield, the rivals find themselves inexplicably drawn to her. As horrible incidents start to shake the town, the boys' forgotten past slowly start to unravel, and their worlds turn upside down as the vampires sparkle, and you pet the werewolves. You can pet Jacob, apparently. Troika's working on it, so it's going to look really pretty. What is with Troika and your stupid boy shows? Troika is just... Troika's got to be making money and bank on these hot boy shows, because they love making the hot boy shows. I don't think I've ever heard of Enhypen. I'm guessing it's a popular band, because they got their own damn show. But yeah, if you're a fan of Enhypen, definitely check out that one. It's based on a web novel. Toko Machida is working on this one as well, so I highly doubt I'm going to really give much attention to this one. We'll see. We'll see. I'll give it an episode, obviously, but not one of the best looking Troika shows, that's for darn sure. They look very plain. Look very, very plain and flat, unlike usual with Troika. Anyways, checking that one out, Chris?
No.
Moving on. Reincarnated as a dragon hatchling. We got our Reincarnated as a Pokemon show. Where did that tab go? I thought I opened a tab. Apparently not. He's not like a Pikachu. He turns into a Charmander or something. Tensai Shitara Dragon no Tamago Data. In a world filled of dangerous monsters, our unnamed protagonist finds himself. I was a chick. Isn't that a girl? Does it show her yet? I swear it was a girl. Anyways, finds himself reborn at the very bottom of the food chain as an immobile, powerless egg. Even just hatching will require leveling up by fighting. He attacked things as an egg. Anyways, by fighting monsters. The same monsters who love to eat him as a snack. But with the help of the mysterious voice in his head, he's determined to grow into the most powerful creature in the world. I guess the girl can be somebody that is helping him, but I could have sworn it showed her as like a... Did it show her?
It showed two ladies, but I don't know that they were specifically...
Okay, I thought this was like a mirage, like, you know, where it shows the person side by side with them. Like the Villainess, my dad's the Villainess one, where it like shows them side by side, he's inside of her. She must be a Pokemon trainer. He's a Pokemon and she's a Pokemon trainer. And there's I got the Pokemon monsters coming after him. Anyways, so
that was the scene that I was seeing was,
I guess, more like the Bahamut show, but not ecchi. Like I was reincarnated as the Bahamut and Behemoth, and I get in ecchi situations, just Pokemon-ish. Anyways, what do you think, Chris?
maybe.
Studio is Gakru and Felix Films, source of light novel, action, adventure, fantasy. It looks alright. This is the second one. It has better stuff. I mean, not really much else to show. He's just attacking stuff and people show up. Yeah, it looks like somebody's healing him. I'll definitely check it out. We'll see if it's got a good story. I kind of feel like it can come in the realms of something like a Reincarnated as a Sword, where, again, if I joke about it, but seriously, like if he's trained under this girl, maybe she's a tamer, and then he basically works under her as her weapon, similar to situations like, you know, the Reincarnated as a Sword, where he can't talk to the girl, but he's helping her. We'll see. Let's move on to the case book of Arne, or Arne no Jikunbu. Arne no Jikunbu. This one is Arne Nintolte, oh my gosh, is a vampire detective who manipulates supernatural powers. Lin Renvin, I'm sorry, I'm probably pronouncing these names wrong, is a nobleman's daughter who loves vampires. Their worlds should never have crossed, but they join hands to solve a bloody mystery. In the darkest of nights, Lin finds himself in desperate need of help. Then she wanders into the mysterious city called Lugenberg, where non-humans live. Lynn's world changes drastically when she encounters Arne, a vampire who is called the worst in the city. And tonight, a new murder case has occurred. What was the truth behind the bizarre incidents that take place in a world where humanity and the bizarres intersect? Come on, human. You may dance merrily under the crimson moon. It sounds familiar. It sounds extremely familiar. Was that Case Study of Vanitas, where they had their parallel worlds, the human world and the vampire world, and they like separate the two of them? It feels like that. Case Study of Vanitas. By the way, watch that. If you guys have not watched that, Case Study of Vanitas is such a good series. Unfortunately, they adapted everything that was available to adapt, and so they kind of stopped adapting it. But hopefully here soon we can get another season of that. But yeah, all right. You got a vampire nerd girl and a vampire working side by side solving cases. Again, not really too much like Vanitas, but similar-ish. The guy didn't really care much for vampires in that one, though. Is that the girl? You got a little blondie that's like super into him. Probably says you can suck my blood whenever.
Yeah, right.
You can suck my blood whenever. He's like, no, I don't want to suck your blood. Yeah, you can suck my blood whenever. No, I'm not gonna suck your blood.
Even if he's even probably gonna go through the entire process of trying to scare the hell out of her, and
push the buttons, try to see if she'll chicken out. They could do that whole thing. He could be a soon sucker. Instead of a soon daddy, he's a soon sucker. He's like, I don't want to suck your blood or anything. He has problems with sucking blood. Is that what it is? He can't suck right.
That's probably her trying to cheer him on.
Is that the same show? It definitely looks like her. Is she she's pussing out the freaking glow sticks. She got a vampire headband. Nothing but tracksuits in her closet. Okay, I'm gonna like this show. I'm liking this girl. She's a dork. Are those his tracksuits?
Probably.
Is she hanging out with his tracksuits? And now she's gonna watch Did she film him at some point? No, she's watching a vampire show. Whose tracksuits are those? Is she already with him right now, I'm guessing? This feels like the first 5 minutes of the show. It's like showing how she's obsessed with him. Oh my gosh, she go crazy with those sticks. I suddenly want to watch this show because she's a dork. Damn, she got glow stick skills. She got glow stick skills. Anyways, that's the book, the case book of Arne. Are you yes, no, maybe so?
I'm a little bit more interested now that she's acted like a goofball.
We both are on the same page here. The moment we seen the other PV, thanks for pointing that out, Chris. We're suddenly on board. Something I know you probably want her to be interested in is Hikuidori, Ushu Boro Tobi Gumi. This was a fire-extinguishing samurai who stopped the Great Fire, was called the Fire-Eating Bird. Matsunaga Gingo, once known as the Fire-Eating Bird, we established that already, was the best firefighting samurai in Edo. He had resigned from the fire brigade for a reason, but suddenly received an invitation to serve in the Shinjo clan. The Shinjo clan firefighting team had no money and no personnel, and was looked down upon by those around them. With the encouragement of his wife, Miyuki, Gengo decides to rebuild the collapsed firefighting clan as its chairman. Gengo and his friends struggled to save any life, despite being ridiculed as ragged sleepjacks. In Edo, a mysterious series of suspicious fire called Foxfires continue. Studio is Studio Synergy SP. Sources of the novel, genres are action. Have you ever seen X-Arm? Or clips of X-Arm?
I've seen. I know of it.
You know of it.
I know of its
its pedigree.
Yes, let's say that.
It's not
reputation.
It's not quite that bad, but it feels very similar. It feels so similar. I had to see if it was the same studio. This is our horror CGI anime of the season. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's kind of bad, but it's not that bad. Doubt. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't like the style. I don't like the style of CGI at all. It could have a good story, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get past it. I just don't. If you're gonna full CGI, I have to like the style of it, and this is not. This ain't it. What are you thinking, Chris?
No.
Scum of the Brave is our next one. Yusha no Kuzu. Again, this is the same creator as the one that did Sent Us to Be a Hero. This is their second show that's getting adapted this season. Congratulations to them. This one is in an alternate 21st century, rich mafia members can turn into demon kings through increasingly popular ether enhancement surgery, and the bounty hunters called Braves are the ones called upon to take them down. Yashiro only wants the simple pleasures in life, pizza, beer, and card games. When three young Braves offer him a majestic sum to be their private tutor, he agrees solely for the money. But is it worth it getting himself into it? Studio is OMM, and the source of the web novel, action, comedy, drama, fantasy, sci-fi, the genres. Director worked on Yokai Watch and One Piece, so... I didn't know that I actually looked in... Oh, yeah, I seen the PV of this one. Didn't really gather much from it, besides a little bit of goofiness. I mean, an interesting concept. The idea of, I guess, people just enhancing themselves and turning themselves into Demon Kings, and they just come in and beat the crap out of them, I guess. This is going to be one of those ones where it's probably going to be completely riding on the comedy around the characters together.
Yeah. I mean...
Because they'll be fell
they're shooting themselves
and he's gonna
up.
be helping them.
They're also shooting themselves up. So I don't know if they're doing the Demon King essence as well, or if it's just
small dosage of it.
Yeah,
could be. Yeah, could be. There's a world full of enhancements, and he's using it. Question is, does everybody use it, or is it just him?
The girls are using it too.
Oh, that's right, because that one girl had it in her neck, too.
Yep.
I'm assuming that little effect is it. Again, it's going to be dependent on their chemistry. I don't really necessarily see... Yeah, right there on her neck. The Fell Girls and the guy that super got it together. We'll see. You good on that one or no?
Possibly.
Scum of the Brave. One I know you're super into. Is the Wednesday show of the season, Chris. We got our Anime Fest show of this season. Anime Fest. Ichigo Aika Strawberry LG. Ichigo Aika Zatsu de Namaki na Imoto to Warikiranai Ani. Kota's world just got turned upside down. His dad's remarriage meant a new stepsister, Aika, and from their first encounter, it's clear that she's everything he isn't. By day, Aika's effortlessly plays the perfect angel for her parents, but behind closed doors, she's a cheeky teenager, a complete mismatch for Kota. Their personalities clash violently, sparking arguments the moment their eyes meet. They might just be the world's worst siblings, locked in a constant battle of wills. Despite an incredibly rocky start, a subtle shift begins. Beneath Aika's wild exterior, a flicker of interest starts to grow for her caring brother. Wincest.
She's a brat.
He's gonna help her, protect her at school or something, and then they're gonna be suddenly doing naughty things whenever the parents are gone. You know it's happening because it's an Anime Festa show, and Oceanville's got it, so you know where it's going. You know where we all know where this is going. Everybody,
are we? Are we really going there, Andrew? Are we going there?
I like how the PV just doesn't even get anywhere near that stuff. It's like, yeah.
Well, she was naked for a second.
It is implied that she didn't have anything on for a brief moment. It's got to be on YouTube. It can't go too far on YouTube. Yeah, that's the only trailer I have. We'll have to wait to see how crazy it gets later. Anyways, yes, it's your Anime Festa show. You know what you're getting into. It's going to be pretty much borderline, if not be full-on hentai. So, but attempting to have a story and having decent animation. It's like that middle area between H and anime.
So says Andrew.
It's full on H.
Andrew says that's where it's going.
It's full on H. Anyways, that's the Ichigo Aika. Let's move on to Dotaru in the dungeon. We gotta have a Dotaru in dungeon show again. The daily life of a single 29-year-old adventurer, or 29 sai Dokushin Chukin Bokensha no Nishijo. This one is, having spent his childhood in the slum, Hajime Shinonome desperately sought strength to survive. Now he enjoys a peaceful and carefree life as a resident adventurer of the Komai village. One day, during a quest, he ventured into a dungeon and finds a young girl being partially eaten by the weakest kind of monster, a slime. The girl's name is Liri. Having been abandoned by her parents, she had no place to go and entered the dungeon alone in order to stay alive. Hajime couldn't just leave her be. So he took her back to the village to live with him. Studio is Hornets. Source of manga. Genres are adventure, fantasy, slice of life. And the director worked on Mother is a Spirit, Father is a Hero, I Am a Reincarnate. So there you go. What do you think about our newest dungeon diving with my Dotaru?
Very likely.
You got Dotaru that he finds that's being eaten by a slime, which is kind of fun.
She did it in the Frieren style.
Like she was trying to get some treasure from the slime and got stuck.
Got stuck.
I don't know about that. It looks like there's a blacksmith one too.
Her butt was hanging out like Frieren does.
There's a blacksmith one too. I don't know if he adopts the blacksmith too. I think it's in this one. Yeah, there's the blacksmith too. I wonder if he's gonna adopt because I mean he gets the Dotaru and she wants to be a fighter, so he's helping train her. He gets himself a wife already. Looks like I got a pigtail wife here, right, Eddie? And there's a blacksmith. And I'm guessing either the blacksmith is like gonna be our friend from nearby, or he's gonna adopt a blacksmith. There's a like a super smart girl too. So I mean he's gonna just adopt a bunch of girls. He's gonna have a whole party of Dotarus to take care of and dungeon dive with.
That's how you do it.
Japan's newest trend right now is, look, this guy's having fun with having kids. Going to that conspiracy theory, right? The conspiracy theory that it's trying to promote having kids. That's a cute shot right there. I do like that one. The little bro fist after the dungeon driving. It does look cute. I'll probably definitely give that one a shot. A daily life of single 29-year-old adventurer. On Chris's radar, at least, we got our second positive from Chris.
Yep.
There you go. He likes the dungeon diving with Dotarus. Let's move on to a Monster Girl show, Chris. The Monster Girls have returned, Chris. It's been a while since we had a good, solid Monster Girl show. A misanthrope teaches a class of demi-humans, or Jingai Koshitsu no Ningingirai Kyoshi. This one is Rei Hitomi, is a former school teacher and a self-professed misanthrope due to her past trauma. Hoping to live a slow, relaxing life, he takes a new teaching job in the mountains. But it turns out that this place is actually an all-girls school for demi-humans who want to become full-fledged human beings. It's not an all-girls school. It's an all-monster girl show or school. Anyways, As Read is a studio. Source of light novel. Comedy, drama, fantasy, romance, slice of life. Director worked on Offeretta, Isuka, and Kingdom. That's Offeretta Studio too, isn't it? As Read. The trailer doesn't look too visually promising. I mean, the stills look good. Yep, it is the same studio. So I guess this director just works at As Read, and Offeretta's at As Read, and this is their next show. So, are you into the Monster Girls, Chris? When's the last time that you've watched a Monster Girls show?
I actually like that. It tends to get weird sometimes, but yeah, I usually like them. They usually just. Oh,
you're talking about like weird as in like the Monster Musume with like the whole harpy egg.
Yeah,
egg laying episode. That was weird.
It just gets weird sometimes, but for the most part, I like it.
Because the National Geographic guy apparently has to show up and film it. It gets weird. He's got to get that right angle. Anyways. No, what I'm surprised about is I assumed it was going to be bunny, harpy, mermaid, and centaur. But it's a werewolf. I totally thought she was going to be like a centaur or a horse girl that was going to have no lower body, which they typically always have a horse girl. Oh, no, I guess Interview with Monster Girls didn't have a horse girl either, did it? Monster Musume had it. Centaur's Life had it, obviously. The Monster Girl Doctor, I think, had one too. Of course, this one also doesn't, so far, have a Lamia, and they usually have Lamias too. I sold. Like, I got Bunny Girl, I got Werewolf Girl. I those two definitely. And yes, typically the Mermaid Girl is always the cutesy one. I'm fine with the Mermaid Girl too. I always like my Harpies too. I think the Bunny Girl is the best one. She's super cute, but I do think the werewolf is super cute too. She got a moe thing going on. I'm for it. My only hang up, my only pause that I have is the guy. He apparently hates humans and they want to become humans. And I hope, I pray he's not going to be this annoying, obnoxious, constantly saying, you guys don't want to be with humans. Humans are horrible because I had this bad experience teaching. I'm guessing his students probably pulled some really BS thing on him, probably falsely claimed that he did something inappropriate. So he hates him. He's my only hang up, because I'm hoping he's not going to be annoying. But they look cute. I get a lot of vibes of like Interview with Monster Girls, just not that. I keep saying I want another Interview with Monster Girls. Every time some sort of monster show shows up, like the Can't Suck Right, I'm like, I want more Monster Girls. Anyways, you on board?
Yeah. I anytime I can get a wolf girl.
Wolf Girl. It's the Wolf Girl. It just pulls him right in. He had no interest, but then Wolf Girl pulls him right in. Well, let's get on some more pretty boys. Tappy tappy. Moving on some pretty boys. Gomon Baito-kun no Nishijo. The dark workplace comedy manga takes place in a world where murder and torture are legal and numerous. Torture contract companies exist. Sero and Shiu work part-time for Spiritus Torture Company, which is known for treating its employees well and only targeting bad people. 2 new part-time hires, Mike and Hug, also join the company, and 4 enjoy their torture working life. What? Cool story, bro.
This doesn't show me nothing. Oh, there we go.
There you go. He got the wrench is gonna hurt somebody. So pretty boy is looking cute and torturing people. Cool.
Yeah. I guess it's going to be one of those Gap Moe things.
True. I can see that. They just list comedy, so no, I'm assuming it's probably not going to show anything. Anyways, Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers. Samurai the Troopers. Of course, Sunrise. Of course, Sunrise. I have no information on this one. Just the fact that it's Sunrise. It's an original. Director did Gintama and Osamatsu-san. I'm gonna try to guess the story here. In a world where samurais fight, they invaded the world. Unlikely heroes suddenly find themselves gifted with the power to transform into soldiers to fight against the evil empire that seeks to destroy our world as we know it. Combining their own strength with their new samurai mecha suits, they will turn CGI before fighting the evil organization.
And if they can't combine their powers, they can become Captain Planet. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is also part of the story. See, there's also the aspect that if they combine their strength, they can actually transform into a larger mecha suit, because it is sort of a Sentai kind of thing here. So there's going to be obviously a combination thing. Oh, by the way, also there's some funny stuff that happens, and
yeah, I'm
one
not
is
in
hospitalized and. He puts on a helmet. Anyways, that's enough. Sure. There's some Super Sentai from Sunrise. Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers. Let's see here. High School Kemengumi. is the next one. The wildly eccentric group, the Kemengumi, returns to the Reiwa era with their ultra high energy youth comedy. Studio 7, based on a manga comedy romance. I don't know that group, so I'm assuming the people that like that. I think this is a remake. Yeah, because it's listed as 2026. I think it's a remake of an older comedy. A reimagining of an older anime again. I might give it an episode, see if the comedy works for me. Tamon's B-side. This one might be up Chris's alley. Alley. This one is Tamon-kun Ima Dochi? When a shiny idol is a sad mess in real life, can his #1 fan help him stay upbeat? High schooler Utagi Kinoshita works part-time as a housekeeper so that she can afford fangirl obsession with Tamon Fukuhara, her favorite member of a boy band Face. When work serendipitously sends her to the home of her idol, she discovers that the real Tamon couldn't be more different from his wild and sexy onstage performance. Tamon is an insecure mess in real life, and what's worse, he's threatening to quit. Utagi refuses to let anyone stand in Tamon's way, at least of all himself. What's a fangirl to do but roll up her sleeves and support her favorite singer with everything she's got? JC stops the studio. Source is a manga. Genres are comedy, romance. Director worked on episode work for Gintama, Monogatari series, and Kokoro Connect, sorry. And series composition writer worked on 22/7. So it looks kind of fun. What are you thinking, Chris? Girl trying to get her boy to shape up. Guy she's always looked up to. And now suddenly he's got to rely on her.
Maybe. I don't know. I like the concept. It seems like it can be cute. Seeing having him reveal only a side of himself that only she is seeing, that might be kind of their the thing that kind of pulls them together. So, I mean, it could be sweet.
Yeah, there's definitely seeming to multiple sides to it. It's the shattering the expectations, the facade is being ruined by actually seeing the true side of him, but at the same time loving what he turns into, but over time possibly loving that other side of him while trying to change him into something, and eventually hopefully he realizes how much she's going through for him. She literally has to keep him up and the person that she loves. I actually do like the concept here, so I'll definitely be watching out for this one when it comes out. I think it kind of reminds me of that other one too, the one that was based on the song. It was a Miku song. Anyways, that's Tamon's B-side, Tamon-kun Ima Dochi. Definitely one of the biggest and most anticipated shows of the next season, but it's not necessarily a show. It's a movie. But one that I'm extremely excited for is Cosmic Princess Kaguya. This one is Cho Kaguya Hime. A tale of otherworldly beauty and celestial secrets unfolds in this new take on the Japan's oldest folk tale, inspired by the tales of the bamboo cutter. The film reimagines Japan's oldest folk tale with a modern touch by integrating music, fantasy, and contemporary animation. Set in the virtual realm of Tsukuyomi, the story unfolds as a live performance mirroring original music by Yamashita's signature style of polished visuals, emotive pacing, and dynamic 3D camera work to boldly transform this classic tale for a new generation. My gosh. Studio Colorido is working on it with Studio Chromato. Source is an original. Fantasy, music, sci-fi is the genres. Director worked on pretty much just commercial work for Colorido. Like, if you guys ever seen those Colorido, like, really amazing looking animation pieces, like these trailers, you can find them on YouTube. Just look up Colorido on YouTube. You'll find these random trailers for like construction companies and stuff like that Colorido does. Most of those are him. And they're usually really beautiful. But yeah, the music is probably the big part here for me, honestly, is we have music by Rio of Supercell, Yugot, Aquara, Honeyworks, 40MP, KZ live tune. So yeah, but yeah, this will be on Netflix. It's going to be a 2.5 hour long movie.
Really?
So yeah, like I said, not really necessarily a TV series. So I probably should have left it down lower, but whatever. Yeah, it looks like extremely gorgeous. I want to say another word, but I want to forget to censor it later. It looks extremely beautiful. So yeah, she looks like a dork too.
She is. She's a mess.
It goes from like this girl suddenly stumbles upon some dorky little girl that she's taking care of and is driving her nuts, and then suddenly transported to another world, and suddenly gorgeous music starts playing and everybody looks amazing and everything's fantastical and crazy colors and animation goes crazy. They put a lot in this thing. Somebody decided we're gonna make some insanely beautiful movie. The only question mark I have is if it's gonna have a compelling story. Not that if it looks amazing and the music's fantastic and it's a fun watch, I don't really care, but I do hope that it has a story to go with it all. That's the only thing I'm not getting from it, is that I don't have a story. I don't know if this... I'm assuming the girl's probably a musician. She stumbles upon this girl, she gets taken to this other world, and then it gives her inspiration for music. That's my assumption. Cool stuff though. That's are you going to be checking out that movie? I think it's going to come out...
I mean, probably.
I think January 20th, around there. Somewhere late January, I think. Let's look at Jack of All Trades, Party of None. Instead of Master of One, Party of None. Get it, Chris? It's funny, a little wordplay. Yusha Party wo odasareta kiyo binbo. Orn Dola. Today will be their last day in the party. Is it going to be Hero Party? Since the party was lacking someone who could play the essential role of Enchanter, it was the quick-adapted Orn who had converted from swordsman to Enchanter. On a certain day, Orm, who belonged to the hero's party, there it is suddenly transformed by the party leader. Your skills are lacking, so leave the party. The other party members also insulted him, calling him a weakling and a jack of all trade, but master of none. After being expelled from the party and getting a fresh start, he decides to run into a bunch of hot girls. Since he is Enchanter only due to his party circumstances, he decides to resume adventuring. This being so, he chooses to return as a swordsman since he is the Enchanter only due to party circumstances. However, having been an Enchanter was definitely not a waste. His time in the hero party, knowledge, experience, and development of countless original magic will certainly nurture Orn into a swordsman of unconventional strengths. And then his party that kicked him out will eventually run into problems and eventually come back to him asking him to rejoin them, but he will now have a bunch of waifus to hang out with, so he doesn't care anymore. Right?
Pretty much.
Usually how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Possibly. It seems like I mean, the girls are cute. I don't know.
Are they sisters? Oh, they are sisters. Ooh, you got redhead sisters. I'm suddenly interested because we got redhead sisters.
I mean,
Oh, CJ.
It could be all right. I have a feeling it's going to end up being in.
He's totally Kirito. He is totally Kirito. He's even did the whole like dual blade.
He's not that edgelordy.
Holding sword
Come
backwards.
on now.
Got the long jacket, and then he's gonna like. He's Kirito that buffs.
He's
going to
be stone face though. He definitely looks like he's going to be one of those stone face types.
Edgelord.
Nah, I don't think he's going to be that edgelordy.
Only in combat is he edgelordy. Oh, and he can summon a dragon, or is he fighting a dragon?
He's fighting the dragon.
And the dragon turns into white.
But anyway, great. I mean, it looks all right. I could probably try it out and see what happens on this one.
I'll give it a shot just for the redhead pigtail girl. The key art looks really good. I wish this show looked that good. Look at that artwork. They can't animate it look that good, sadly.
I know, right?
Let's move on to, let's see here, Easygoing Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord. territory defense.
Are we going to do a
Nation builder?
No, I think that we're going to go what's that called? Tower defense.
Oh, look at there. He's got alchemy. He's going to start trans alchemy stuff. Okiraku ryoshu no tanoshi ryochi boy. So at the age of 2, Vaughn, the fourth son of Marquis, discovers the memories of his previous life. He was becoming a child prodigy. But at the age of 8, he was found to have production magic. In a world where offensive magic was considered superior, it was a useless aptitude. His disappointed father thought that Vaughn was not fit to be a nobleman, and Vaughn was banished to become the lord of a nameless remote village with only his personal maid. It was a desolate village with a population of only 100 people and no local specialties, and it was on the verge of extinction. Vaughn, seeing the situation, decides to live a quiet life and developing the village with his knowledge and from the previous life and his production magic. Even though it was considered useless, he's only equipped with the adventures and builds houses. He not only equipped adventurers and built houses, but he also built a huge castle and even deployed ballistas for defense. The nameless frontier village will soon transform into a huge city, a fantasy adventure of exiled young reincarnated noble running a carefree domain is about to begin.
So yes, it's going to be nation building, but it's going to be with
ballistas,
with
tower defense.
Tower defense.
Well,
bin.
We all see where this is going, right? He's seen as useless. It's literally the hero's party, but it's nation building. It's hero party formula with nation building. So he gets kicked out because of his father. You're useless. You got useless abilities. You don't really hold your own the hero party. So we're gonna kick you out. And he does his own thing over here. And eventually he's super successful because he's actually massively OP. He builds this massive nation. And then eventually Papa goes, wait, no, come back in these ballistas. Take the blizzards, Dad. No, eventually, like, somebody that's above the dad realizes what's going on there. He goes to the dad, and Dad's like, hey, you got to stop doing this because you're getting a lot of attention. Here, give it to me. And he's going to go, get out, Dad. They're really on the ballista thing, aren't they? It's like, it's not like half the trailer's about the fact that they're going to shoot stuff with ballistas. They don't care about the fact that he's building we got ballistas. Let's show them they're shooting the ballistas. Anyways. Nation building show.
And I like nation builder, so.
He builds houses and everybody goes sugoi.
Yep.
Being done by Studio Naz. Apparently a little side project while they're working on Tanya the Evil coming up here soon. Another show that I am extremely excited for. Looks very, very promising. Another one that's going on Netflix. This one's actually a series, not just a movie, thankfully. That is Love Through a Prism, or Prism Rondo. Set at London Art Academy in the opening decade of the 1900s, this Netflix series, Love Through a Prism, follows Lily Ichijoin, a girl enchanted by painting, as she chooses her dream and experiences youth. This ensemble coming-of-age story about young people striving for prismatic radiance against the odds is about to begin. Crappy synopsis, but a few things here. With studio, so it looks really damn gorgeous. We also have the fact that it is an original romance series being wrote by Yoko Kamio, and Yoko Kamio is the creator of Boys Over Flower. Now, as I've said in my previous video, I don't know who Yoko Kamio is. I don't know about Boys Over Flowers, but I haven't watched them or read it, but I've heard lots of good things about it. So that's kind of a positive there, is that we have somebody that's obviously had a lot of success with a romance story. But did you ever check out Boys Over Flowers?
I don't remember.
But yeah, it looks good, though. Looks good. Hopefully the guy is not a dweeb. She's obviously entranced by him, but I hope he's not a dweeb. Overall, it looks very beautiful. We have no information really about the story much. The trailer's really long, has a lot of really great shots in it, so I'm hoping that whatever story they tell is a really compelling one, but I have hope based on the pedigree of the writer, so we shall see. Are you going to check out Love Through a Prism?
I don't know. Possibly.
I feel like Feels like, yeah, it's 20 episodes too, so it's going 2 cores. Wow. Hopefully it's not a full drop. Okay, it says airing between, so hopefully not a full drop. You drop a 20 episode series like that, I'm gonna be mad. Netflix, please don't. We're done with the full drops. We're done with that. Stop doing that. They literally did one like last year. So, anyways, I'm super excited for it. Looks extremely gorgeous. But yeah, that's Love Through a Prism. Here's a show that I am 100% Chris is watching. 100%. I'm going to guarantee everybody Chris will be watching the show.
Possibly.
Did you see that part?
Yeah,
Wait,
that's why I said possibly.
Did you see this part? Right? Right. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that Chris is probably going to watch the show. The Demon King's daughter is too kind. Mao no musume wa yasashi sugiru. This one is the Demon King Ariman. He reigns over all of hell together with powerful demons. He seeks to conquer the entire world. However, the Demon King halted his world conquest for a certain troubling matter. His daughter, Do, is too kind. Yeah. Studio is EMT Square. Source is a manga. Genres are comedy, fantasy, slice of life. Director worked on Wataten, Umaru-chan, and Gabriel Dropout. Really good director for that.
Dadgummit.
Series competition writer worked on 100 Girlfriends and Kuma Bear and Uzaki-chan. So another good person there.
Just okay. Is there any reasons not
Look at the
to
heroes
watch it?
trying to get her. Got like an angel hero guy cannot manage. So yeah, you have like the Demon Lord's daughter is super nice and too cute, and then you have literally, I'm guessing the hero that's supposed to defeat her eventually is a fail boy. Too cute. And then you have a fail succubus that apparently is supposed to help her out.
So is there anything that any reason why I shouldn't watch it?
There's one thing that I regret to inform you about.
What's that?
Wait for it. The Seiyu for Do, this cute, adorable Demon Lord daughter, is Masaki Kuno. So you have the voice of Tama and Fopta. Like listen to this. Like, or is gross. What a gross voice. Listen to that again. So gross. I'm sorry, Chris. I ruined it for you, didn't I?
Yes.
Totally
Clearly.
ruined it for you. She's been gone for a while. She's actually been gone for quite a while. And a lot of speculation because it was around that season that she was doing Fopta and several other shows. Made in Abyss Fopta, by the way. She pushed her voice a lot, and I think she injured herself. And I think the only like big role that she did since then was the daughter in the middle-aged man, where it was like campfire cooking, but he was like buying the excavator and stuff like that. He was Anemone in that show. Mm-hmm. That was like the only big role that she did. I mean, she was in like a Haran-san as the brother. Was it brother? Yeah, it was brother. She done roles here and there, but it was always side stuff. So hopefully she's good now because she's gonna be playing this cute, adorable demon. No, what's great, and you probably love that fact, is I guess I can jump ahead here because we're about to get into him in a minute. Is you not only have that Demon Lord this season, but you're gonna have this Demon Lord coming back too, because technically Tis Time for Torture Princess is coming back. So you're gonna have the demon. I don't think she's even in the trailer. But you're gonna have the Demon Lord from this show coming back, which wasn't the same Seiyu. Yeah, it wasn't the same Seiyu. I was like, that wasn't Kuno, was it? No. Anyways, that's the Demon Lord. The Demon King's daughter is too kind. Looking super cute. I'm actually excited for that one. What else do we have here? 2 more new shows, Chris. We have, first off, the Idolmaster Million Lives. Got a new Idolmaster show coming out. Itsuka Monaka de. I have no information on it, other than the fact that it's another Idolmaster. This is of the CGI caliber, which I don't think I watched the CGI, the last one. I mean, the CGI looks good. It got a good style to it, but I don't think I watched the last one. Shirogumi is a studio. Source is a video game. Genres are music. Director worked on Rock as a Lady's Modesty and Gundam Build. It's like you're CGI and you still have stills. They do good with the hair. They do really good with the hair. I have to admit, they do really good with that hair. Anyways, that's it. And the last one, I don't even know if you want to call this an anime. It's kind of in the vein of those, like, is this actually an anime or is this like a 2.5 manga? Is In Order to Love My Beloved Brother-in-Law, I Live a Long Life. In order to love my most beloved brother-in-law, I'll live a long life. I mean, we just got in the whole Wincest earlier. We can have the boys have their action too. Come on. Sayoshi no Gike wo Mederu Tame Nagaiki Shimasu. Alba is reborn as the son of a poor nobleman. He is unable to use magic due to a disease and is destined to have a short life. So he is taken in by the Duke's family. Oh, that's okay. That's nice after being kind of discarded there. There he meets Orsis, who is his favorite person in his previous life. Who was his favorite person in his previous? So he's reborn already? Okay. While the coincidence seemed to be good to be true, too good to be true, he remembers that he is why his beloved lost his smile. Oh, okay. It begins the search for a way to live a long life so that he can continue to love him. So this person liked this guy and they died and they were reborn, but they have this disease now, but then they were taken in by that same family and now he wants to love him. Okay. It's boys love, so I'm guessing they were probably a boy before and they love this person, they died and they come back. Okay. Die and then reborn, but remember yourself and wanted to get with the person you loved before. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting loop. Very interesting loop story here. It looks like trash though, because it's basically this is TV, so this has to be the PV. Yeah, it's barely anime. It's like Flash stuff. Probably not gonna watch it. Anyways. That's it. That's it for the new shows. Now it is time to talk about the returners, Chris. First things first, the most anticipated show probably for like 99.9% of anime viewers that watch pretty much one show a year, and that is Jujutsu Kaisen is coming back. Season 3, the Culling Game Part 1. I have no information besides the fact that it's the third season of Jujutsu Kaisen adapting the Culling Games arc, which obviously looks extremely crazy. Have you even keeping up on the show at all?
No.
Okay. I have to admit, the later part of the last season started to lose me just because the whole battle segment kind of, I wasn't really.
Has he eaten all 10 fingers yet?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I kind of want to go back and rewatch Jujutsu Kaisen and see if possibly I can get back into it. I actually liked the first season. Just something about the previous season or recent season, season 2. I started losing interest, and it was really about the fact that as much as the fights were great looking, everything, I started getting bored watching it. I liked the movie, and we had that guy coming into the picture because he's going to take him down, but I kind of feel like I need to rewatch the entire series and see if possibly I can get back into it. Anyways, that's Jujutsu Kaisen. Looking forward to that one. Either way, I'll be looking forward to it. Even if I do a rewatch and it hypes me up, or I do a rewatch, it doesn't work out, or I don't do a rewatch, either way, I'm looking forward to it. Heard nothing but great things about what's coming up, so. This one is... I keep jumping around here, but I feel like there's 3 shows, obviously, that are insanely hyped for me next season. I probably can say this is the number 1.
Yep.
Ask me in 2 minutes, I'll probably change, but this is probably it. Frieren Beyond Journey's End Season 2. Are you hyped, Chris?
Yes.
Did you see this trailer yet?
Nope.
It's so good. Do you want to see it? Do you want me to pause it?
Probably be best if there's anything that might...
There's one incredibly hype moment, and it got me super excited when I seen it. Bam! Like, Stark, my boy! Stark, my boy, taking care of her! I was so hyped when that popped up. I'm like, yeah, get Stark!
Like, oh my god, my boy growing. He's taking care of Fern. There's so much in that trailer, dude. I don't remember how long my recording was. I did a react on video, but this is a 1.5-minute trailer they did for the release trailer they did recently. There was so much in it that I'm like, oh, I miss this show so much, and I love everything about it. I'm like, the crazy animation with Himmel right here was great. Again, Stark, my boy, growing. There's obviously an indication that there's somebody that can get past their defenses. There's just so much in this trailer that got me super hype. Oh yeah, there's Frieren feet at some point. There's Did you see the Frieren feet? There's some Frieren feet in there, Fern feet and Frieren feet, Stark feet too. I mean, I'm not going to judge against. Yeah. Anyways, I'm super hyped for this, dude. I was hands down. But yeah, the big thing that obviously a lot of people are kind of sticking on is the fact that Keiichiro Saito, which directed the first season, is not going to be like the acting director. He's going to be assistant director. And yeah, you can argue that's probably just for name only. Don't worry, he's still a part of it, but he's not actually part of it. But the new director did work with him on the first season as an episode director. So I'm having hopes there. But either way, this is Madhouse is literally the studio for the TV film slot that this is a part of. There's a reason why Fair and Beyond Journey's End's first season was so incredibly gorgeous and high budget is because it's for a film block for the company that owns the studio. They are dumping money in this thing, and they're going to make sure it looks really, really good. And then at the same time, I'm sure the story itself is hopefully going to still hold well. Either way, I'm super on board because I love the story. So
Absolutely.
hype. I'm pretty solid saying this is my number one most anticipated show. Anyways, other than that though, how's Paradise? I don't think you watched the first season, right?
I don't think so.
I'm hesitantly excited for this one. Not like
Oh, this is the one that the samurai went onto the island, right?
yeah, the island with the crazy flowers and Reed Takahashi is some crazy ninja that makes herself slimy. I'm okay on this one. I did like the main guy's story. I was extremely disappointed on the island itself when it came to the story. So hopefully the story gets more interesting as it goes along. It started kind of building into something towards the later part of the first season that was decently interesting, but my only concern from the trailer, it still looks good. And I've always loved the style of the island they're on. It's weird. The only concern they have from the trailer is it looks like it's just going to keep dumping people from the main island over and over again. Because that was the whole thing with the first season. It was like all these different groups with they have these guards that were with the different prisoners, and they're bringing them to the island to discover elixir of life or whatever. And so they're coming to the island, and each one of them has to guard one of these criminals, and they can kill them whenever they want to if they feel like they're stepping out of line or whatever. And it quickly turned into like, okay, they all die. And my concern is that going into the second season, it's just going to be, okay, now more of them show up and they die. It's like, I don't care about you introducing a bunch of stupid people and criminals just for them to die. I don't care about these people. We'll see though. Other than that though, we have also, and this is the one that was fighting one of the two that was fighting for number one from Frieren. OSHI NO KO. OSHI NO KO season 3. This one's coming back, and my girl Ruby. It's those eyes. I can see it. It's reminding me what we left off the last season. The fact that she got the eyes. No, no, Ruby. No.
She got the black eyes.
She got them. Doubled up. Anyways, symbolisms. OSHI NO KO season 3. I am massively hyped for this. I was sad to see that I don't think that Crunchyroll managed to get, or at least High Dive did it themselves. I was really hoping that season 1 and 2 would become available on Crunchyroll because this is going to Crunchyroll. And I was kind of hoping that with that kind of transfer of license, or at least kind of allowing them to serve it, we can get more people involved with this one. Because I think OSHI NO KO overall is like a property that deserves a lot of love. I really love what Aka Akazaka's done with this series so far. I'm looking forward to more of it. Always enjoyed his perspective into the world of entertainment and its disgusting aspects and the psychology of these characters being so screwed up. Why is Kana best girl crying though? I feel like she's gonna get rejected at some point. She's gonna be sad.
Kana best girl, but I do love Ruby. I'm always between Ruby and Kana. Anyways, I'm super hyped. Are you ready for the return?
Of course.
Obviously. But here's what they get into this next time. Entering a new stage. I don't even want to read the synopsis. They have a synopsis here, but I want to watch the show. I don't even want to know what's coming up. I just want to watch it. Fire Force is coming back. We have Fire Force Season 3, Part 2. So you're not keeping up on that one, right?
Nowhere near.
So you missed Tamaki butt cooking?
No, you just showed it to me.
Well, we have a nun Neko Tamaki somewhere in here. That'll get you excited. I literally only watch this show for Tamaki. I'm sorry, but I legit only watch this show for Tamaki anymore. I do like the other girl though. I like Eris too. It's getting weird. That's kind of par for the course, but we'll see where it goes to from here on. Apparently, Fate Strange Fake's coming back. I don't know if this is true or not. We'll see. But Fate Strange Fake is supposed to come back to air in winter. We shall see if it actually does. To give people that do not know my perspective on this one, I am getting extremely infuriated by the release of this series so far. They have managed to release a single episode every single year for the last 5 years. Now, my current speculation is I do not believe this will air the entire season until I see it happen. My current speculation is every single release so far has been they do a pre-airing at a different show. So they'll have at Comic-Con or something like that. They will show off episode 1 of this Fate Strange Fake. And then at the end of the year, Crunchyroll will air it, and it will just be that one episode. And then they'll do it again. They'll have an event happen. They'll show episode 2. And then they'll go, it's coming in December to Crunchyroll, December 31st or whatever. And then Crunchyroll airs the first 2 episodes. We're now at the point where a show has released, or they've had at a convention the first 4 episodes. So I won't believe until they show at Crunchyroll episode 5 that they're actually going to air this in winter. So we'll see. Either way, I love this writer's work. They've done Baito-kun and Dorada. He's an incredible writer. I've loved Fate Strange Fake so far. I think it's been really fantastic. But I'm getting sick of this release schedule. This delays. I'm going to call it delays because they're literally delaying it. The delays has killed the hype for this show. My conspiracy theory is that it's soul leveling. That all their team has been realizing how big soul leveling is, and they're putting all of their animators on soul leveling, and this show has been pretty much put to the sidelines until we'll see now, question mark. Anyways, rant done, sorry. That's my Andrew story about Fate Strange Fake. My Hero Academia, Vigilantes is coming back. Have you watched that one?
No.
I actually like it. You might actually like it. Did you ever like the original My Hero Academia? Because you dropped off at season 3 of My Hero Academia?
love My Hero Academia.
But you only watched 2 seasons, right?
No, I watched all the way up until they got to...
They were doing the whole movie thing, and you were thrown off.
The movie,
I think that was 3, though. I think that was season 3. Because season 2 was a tournament. And that was a really good segment. The whole tournament fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you didn't watch anything after that, though.
When Hero Killer came in, they went off on a side tangent to train, and...
Maybe that was season 3. You got the Lolly Battery, right?
Yes.
The Battery Girl. I think she was season 3. Yeah, so season 3. Anyways, I've said before, I've liked the Vigilantes series. Yes, a lot of it has to do with Pop Step. I like Pop Step. But it's just nice to kind of come back to just beating up baddies. And apparently this season's going to get into Eraserhead, which I'm guessing the original creators give them a little bit of freedom there to mess with Eraserhead's story. So it'll be interesting to actually get more into his... I've always liked Eraserhead. So we'll see. Trigun Stampede's coming back for Trigun STARGAZE. So cool there. Millie's coming back, Chris. Did you see? Did I tell you that she popped up in season 1? Where's she at? The only thing I care about is Millie. Where's she at? Here she is, right here. Ready? Millie! She brought her back. I was so mad that Millie wasn't in the first season. It's been a good remake of it. I mean, it's technically It's a retelling, but it's very much so faithful in a lot of ways. But I've been really liking what they've done so far. It looks really good. Obviously, fully CGI, done by Orange. But some of the stuff they've been doing with the CGI is pretty crazy. But I'm just happy to see Millie, because one of the things that I loved about the original series was Millie's character and the comedy that she kind of brought to it. So I'm hoping that kind of come across. Probably not, because it looks like they're going to keep to what they've been doing with the previous season, which is getting it much more heavier. Much more the darker aspects of Trigun's storyline, really. But anyways, looking forward to that one. Chain Soldier's coming back, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch the first season of that one?
Yep.
So you get some more Maho no Slevu. I think I've heard some people saying this is where like the story really does start to pick up on it. So I might actually, I was gonna watch it either way, but I might actually be more in tune to the idea of getting on board with it pretty quickly rather than putting on the back burner for the most part. We'll see. He's going to another place with a bunch more waifus that will probably want to use him so they can be forced to
so they can chain him.
So they can force to have to do naughty things for him, because they always have to do naughty things for him whenever they use him. Golden Kamui is coming back for the 5th and final season. I think I stopped watching that show like the 3rd season, so I'm too far behind this point. Maybe one of these days I'll watch that one. Here is the 3rd most anticipated, again tying with the first, like OSHI NO KO is Medalist. Chris, Medalist is coming back. I'm super hyped. I'm so freaking excited for Medalist coming back. This is easily one of my favorite shows when it aired the first season. I absolutely adore the story and the characters, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. But you watched the first season, right? Yeah. Good, happy?
Yeah.
Happy for your your ice skating girls to come back? I haven't gotten too much from the PV of the 2nd season so far, other than it looks like they're going to some sort of training camp or something like that, but some new characters popping up. Excited to see where their story goes. One of the things that I've loved about this story so far is obviously the very human characters, human story for the characters, these girls going through a lot to, succeed in being figure skaters, but mainly around the fact that I love that every character that pops up, no matter who's on that skating rink, I'm like rooting for them. Even characters I didn't like initially, like that boy I hated from the first season so much. It's good stuff. The storytelling, writing, the CGI mocap they done for the performances are phenomenal. Super excited for that one. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, "'Tis Time for Torture Princess" season 2 is coming out. I'll try to watch it.
You'll try.
I wasn't a massive fan of the first season. I thought it was okay.
I liked it, so I'm definitely watching it.
It was a lot more entertaining than I thought it would be. It was incredibly animated, surprisingly really well animated. I do want to watch it for the cute Mao, but there's a lot of characters I liked in that one. I liked the main torturing lady. The Demon Lord daughter was super cute. There was the Tamer one. I liked her too. There's some good characters in it. I'll probably watch it.
The Tamer, I actually liked the noble.
Those are two friends. Oh yeah, they're right. The noble one. She was like a vampire or something like that, or a succubus.
She was absolutely great.
She was like some like great line of succubus or something like that. So she had to prove herself. The animation.
I mean, the only thing I would tell you is just get past the stupid pretty food. I mean that it's more about
the food part didn't really bother me. It was just more the fact that it was repetitive. It felt like it was repetitive because it's just literally, here's the next. It cuts to like you gotta get some information out of her, and then she's putting something together. Then it cuts them being at the prison, and then she opens some device, acting like it's gonna be some torture device. It's actually food. They start eating it. She goes, "Okay, I'll tell you something," and the sword goes, "No, don't do it. Oh, I gotta tell you something." And then it cuts away to the Demon Lord having some really stupid information about the kingdom, like the keys to their spa or something.
I mean, most of the time, I would have probably agreed with you. I mean, if I had gone off of what the first 2 episodes were, pretty much that. And then after that, it seemed like they started.
It does some, yeah.
They started adding in the other characters, and And then it started mixing it up to me, and I
Well, see, I
don't
didn't even do it either because it's still the same thing.
exactly.
Now it's I'm gonna torture you. Oh, please don't. Here's a fluffy thing. Oh, you want to pet it, don't you? No, I don't want to do that. Don't do it. The source telling her, don't do it. I'm gonna do it, and then cut to the demon lord, and he's got new information. It's literally, again, it's the same thing. It's just it's not food. It's now an object. The way they kind of mixed up for me was like, yeah, eventually it turns into them like going out and doing stuff with the, together at the park or the camping or whatever. There was some things
or like Mao Mao or the little demon lord girl. You don't want to make her lose against you type thing.
She's so cute.
She is too cute.
Did I look up who it was? I think it wasn't Kuno, but she was the seiyuu for her was phenomenal. I think my favorite my favorite part is it was like in the second or third episode when they first introduced the demon lord daughter. It was like, is her name Mao Mao or something like that?
I think it's Mao.
Literally like her introduction is that she's got this. She's trying to be like her father, so she's gonna Mao Mao-chan. She's trying to be like her father and prove herself, and so it's her like debut, and it's literally, I got this method that could possibly work. Go ahead. Trays out the popping paper, and they're like, "Oh, it's definitely working. All right, get ready." And she's like, "It's all turned up." It's so freaking cute. It was Millam's seiyuu. Yeah, the seiyuu is Millam and Philo and from Shield Hero and stuff. That's right. Yeah. Anyways, that's coming back. The time for Torture Prince is coming back. MF Ghost, 3rd season. More our racing stuff. So there you go. I meant to watch that because I've heard it's actually a really good series. I meant to watch the 1st season and completely forgot to. Then the 2nd season came out and I'm like, oh my God, I got to watch the 1st season. Lost it. Once you get to the 2nd season airing and you still haven't watched the first, yeah, I've lost it. Anyways, I'm Falling in Love with You is coming back. Anyways, Falling in Love with You, I'm gonna come back. Wasn't that the one that was about the not pandemic thing?
Oh, is that what that was?
I think that was that one. All No Miburo is coming back, so another season of that one. Hell Sensei is coming back too. Jigoku Sensei Nubo. So that's getting a 2nd season. Card Vanguard. I was joking about this earlier, and there's literally one listing. I must have probably forgot that I put it in there. I was telling Chris beforehand, yeah, we got to go through all the new shows. Then we'll do the returners, but there's some that we'll go through quickly, like Card Fight Vanguard, Divines XLM, multiplexing, Divine XR, XXXL, Dark Death, XXL. I don't know. This one's Divine as Genma Seisen-hen. There you go. And we also have You Don't Know Gunma Yet, Riwa edition. So apparently there's more You Don't Know Gunma Yet, which I watched. I think I watched the 1st season of that.
I don't remember.
It was one of those, somebody comes to Gunma, which is a prefecture, and they just tell all the jokes about the area. So if you like local jokes and stuff like that, it's really what it is. This one apparently is a Riwa edition. So anyways, for shorts, we have 3 shows. The first one, Chris is definitely watching. And that is, does it count if you lose your virginity to an android? Is there other... Probably a hentai. it's probably like an Anifesta type of show. I think this is another one that's going to be on Ocean Vale. But yeah, this one is... That's basically what it is. Does it count? I don't have a synopsis for it. Android wa keken ninzu ni harimasuka. I'm gonna make the synopsis. One day, after having lots of drink after a party at her work, she finds herself waking up the next morning alongside a girl having lost her virginity. She realizes, no, the girl is actually an android. So now she questions herself. Did she, in fact, lose her virginity to an android? But this android isn't giving up. She won't let her out of her sight. See, it turns out this android was actually a top secret weapon that was devised by the military in order to take down China. But now she's under her protection. Will this secret weapon not be used in war, but in fact, sex? I don't know. I lost it after a while there. You excited?
Did she find the real war? Love?
The battlefield isn't out in China, but in fact under her sheets. Did she lose the battle, but won the war? I Google search doesn't count to lose your virginity to Android, and I thought Google AI was trying to answer the question because in the results it says, does it count to lose your virginity to Android? And I didn't read the manga series right under that, and it just says, yes, does it count if you lose your virginity to Android? Is a manga series. I thought I was going to answer the question like, yes, Andrew. In fact,
I could ask Rob.
I'm going to do it right now, actually. I'm going to chat GPT. If I'm trying to word it so it doesn't pick up that I'm talking about a show. If you were to have sex with an android, would you have lost your virginity? ChatGPT is thinking. There isn't a single objective answer. Whether you'd be considered to have lost your virginity depends on how you define virginity. Yeah, that's the answer. That's the assumption there. How you define virginity and, to some extent, social or cultural norms. Here are many main ways people look at it. Traditionally, it's often defined as having sex with another human. Under this view, with an android does not count. Girl, you're still safe. She might want to lose it, though. See, that's the big twist in the story. She might want to lose it.
There you go. That's the grok answer.
No. See,
No?
that's why I assume everybody's. The assumption is going to be it has to be with a person. It's got to be with a human. No, your AI girlfriend does not count, people. The story follows 28-year-old lucky Japanese... The story follows 28-year-old lucky Japanese office worker who works in a technology company while at home. She becomes a lonely alcoholic slob in one of her late-night drunken shopping sprees. She attempts to hire a maid online, which turns out to be a sex robot, and her life is turned upside down. Ayo. Says it upside down. Anyways, sorry. Sorry, what?
It did end up bringing up the manga.
It's like,
That was in like the second or third bullet.
It's like, I know what you're doing. You're trying to ask me to tell you if this story is actually true. Anyways, we also have elf life in Kanagawa, which is 2 years ago. An elf who lived in a hidden forest lost their homes due to their forest fire. Now they are living in Kanagawa Prefecture. The story, however, focuses on humans who become their roommate of an elf living in an apartment. Doesn't look that great. Then we also have Hakuto no Kinogun Zako-tachi no Banka, which looks like some weird, crazy biker gang thing. I think this is also another remake of an older property. I could be wrong. But anyways, that's it. We also have, of course, the continuing series, which is currently, I think, is going to be To Your Eternity Season 3, which is going to go for 22 episodes. Ao no Orchestra is going to be going for 21 episodes. See Vis is going for 24 episodes. I think a lot of people have speculated Gnosia would go for 2 cores as well. We'll have to wait and see, but that's the ones I know about so far. But on top of the Cosmic Kaguya movie, which is going to be on Netflix, one I'm extremely excited for, Danger in My Heart. That movie's coming out.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm hoping that gets moved over here very quickly because the trailer looks really good. The trailer looks really good. All You Need Is Kill, that movie coming out. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. Every time I see a trailer for it, it looks worse and worse. So I don't think that's going to be... The All You Need Is Kill movie adaptation is one of those cases where I feel like if I watch it, it will ruin the property for me. The novel was phenomenal. I think I read it on your account. Mm-hmm. That was a really good one. The manga is great. The Hollywood adaptation was good, but that animated movie from 4C is not looking good. It looks very bubbly and happy, and I know it's going to probably have some heavy subjects because you can't get around the heavier subjects, but I was really hoping for a gritty telling of the story of the girl, because it's in the novel. It tells very briefly her story before he meets her, the captain. Mm-hmm. And I was hoping that would be the story because it's a female, but the style looks bleh and eh. Anyways, the other movie I'm actually excited for is Gundam Hathaway, because we haven't had a Hathaway film in... Shoot, did you watch the first Hathaway?
No, I don't think so.
It was on Netflix. The first... Because it was supposed to be, I think, a 3-film series, and the first film came out, 2021. 2021, the first film came out. I was like, okay, cool. Can't wait for the second. And then crickets. And apparently now the second film is finally coming out January 30th. Again, hopefully quickly gets on the Netflix. I think the first one got on Netflix. If I remember correctly, I watched it on there.
Yeah, this was the retelling that is kind of showing a different side of the whole story, right?
No, it just follows Noah Hathaway. After, right. I think, after the events of the original Gundam series, it follows Noah Hathaway after that whole thing happens. So it's just not gotten far enough to really kind of get into something is really the problem, besides him getting tied in with this girl. But anyways, it's supposed to be a 3-parter. It was a novel series, if I remember correctly, originally. And anyways, that's that. But that's it. That's all the winter shows. Let me check one more time before we wrap it up. Sometimes stuff pops up at the last second. I think I got everything. Got all those. What is... I'm gonna guess your list is gonna be all Returners and the Demon Lord daughter. And that's it. That's the only shows you're excited.
I don't remember. Yeah, let's go with
the Demon
that.
Lord daughter. Okay, so from what I remember, you were excited for, yes, Frieren, obviously, OSHI NO KO.
Well, we always put the Returners in the second separate category, so.
Okay, just for the new shows then. We know what you're all excited for. The new shows, you sound like you were into the idea of you and I are polar opposites, the failed girl Gyaru, but you were like, I don't know if I have time for it though.
Right.
The invisible guy and the soon-to-be.
Like that one.
Didn't sound like you sound like you're pretty okay with the Eris, the possessed villainous story. You like the builder.
Possibly.
The guy that's building the nation and then using ballistas. You always like those types of shows. Mm-hmm. The guy that forms the party, Kizoku Tensei, which is the guy that forms the party and they empower him. What else? Cleaner girl, question mark? You know, you weren't on the board with the cleaner girl, were you? You want the monster girls because of the wolf girl.
Because of the wolf girl.
You have wolf girl, so you're on board.
The slime eating daughter.
Oh yeah, the dungeon diving with the Daughteru. Yeah, that one. And then losing virginity to an android. That one too. I think that was all yours.
If it pops up on the main channels, maybe.
Oh, that's right. Isekai cheat skill wo ti shita ore. That's getting a, what was it, a OVA or something like that? Yeah, it's getting one OVA. So for all the Isekai cheat skill fans out there, I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. I have no clue what this is, but apparently it's coming out in March, so it's pretty much the end of the winter season. But yeah, that's it. Mine. I forgot. For those that don't watch my videos, shame on you, but my list was... I had, of course, Returners, Frieren, made Medalist, OSHI NO KO, Vigilantes, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fire Force, Trigun, Fate, Strange Break. New ones, obviously Sentenced to be a Hero. Looks crazy good. Has the cool OP lolly chick with them that wants to get head pats. You and I are polar opposites. Really looking forward to that one again. Fell Girl. Tune into the Midnight Heart. Again, as much as I think it's super tropey with the whole which one was the one that had the voice. Senrigo Rider, so I'm hoping it's going to be good. Love the Prism. Again, the Netflix one. Looks like a really great romance, again, by the Boys Over Flowers writer, so I'm hoping that turns out well. The Demon King's daughter is too kind. Yes, I'm on that hype train. I'll be watching that one. She's super cute. The Misanthrope teaches a class of Demi-Humans. Gonna be checking out that one. Kaya-chan isn't scary. Again, got that Dark Gathering vibes. Holy Grail of Eris. Gonna be looking for that one. Darwin Incident. Again, super intriguing. And Diary of a Strange Land, which is looking super good. Again, like I said before, the Cosmic Kaguya. But that's a movie. So anyways, that's it, folks. We are done. That is the winter upcoming season, looking absolutely insane. Again, like I counted for, 66 shows. Again, everything subject to change. We'll see how things go out. Bunch of reminders as usual. Eventually we will come back. I think our next episode we'll be doing reviews of the current season, but we'll probably be doing first impressions around February. So before then, obviously, I'll be watching all the shows. I'll be doing first impressions of pretty much all of them on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/otakuspirit. So definitely look out for those. Thankfully, we have like a week break because we have Golden Week, huh?
Something like that.
I get a chance to breathe. I also have coming up here soon will be Anime of the Year choices for me personally, because I think I'm pretty much going to be able to release that video early because I don't think anything in fall is going to be in that list, but I'll have my first, my top of the year coming up here soon video, but I think that's everything. But anyways, as usual, we're at otakuspirit.com, where all of our links are, so some links, way to get a hold of us, ways to support us. We greatly appreciate it, Sports Channel. Thank you guys so much, but until next time, take care.
Os.